Yep. Let me see. Okay, it's full now. All right, I was having trouble trying to get the full image to show on the screen, but I think I got it. Look, man, people really care about this thing, and I don't want to talk about that anymore. But I am interested because this is a thing that I see happen a lot, and I don't think we're talking about this enough. And what I mean is people responding back to what they see as like racial animosity, responding back to that with more racism, right? And what I don't like is the people who defend it and they say, well, you got to understand, he's going through so much, and people are being racially insensitive to him too, and they did it first. And my thing is, racism is a vile, disgusting, horrible thing, right? I think most normal, well-adjusted people would agree to that being a racist, having racist views is harmful and disgusting. And low IQ too. It's like I truly believe, and I'm sure there's some research to back this up, that racism is linked to a lack of intelligence. Let's just put it that way. I truly believe that. But if you're having these things hurled at you and you're being I don't want to say attacked because it almost kind of makes it sound like everybody's against them, but if you have people reacting to you with racial animosity, because there are some black people that are turning this, they're making this race thing too. They're making this like you're doing this because of his race thing. He's in there because of his race, which isn't necessarily untrue. But like people are using that to basically badger this guy. And now that the son's not here and Carmelo is going to jail, they're using that as a chance to express their anger about the results because they didn't like the results. And I don't think that that responding back to that real animosity and racism back with more racism is appropriate. And honestly, I don't think that this is like a one-off thing where, you wouldn't have done it otherwise, but, the people just pushed you. Like, I truly believe that racism is a thing that is in you. It is not like you don't choose to be racist. You don't choose to say racist things and enact racist actions. Like, you're just racist. So if somebody is being racist, that's a long way of saying if somebody is being racist to you, and your first reaction and and a lot of people, your only reaction is just to react back with more racism, that's because you're just racist. I don't think that it's like I had to respond somehow. You got to understand, like, he was doing it to me first, like, because there's a million ways to respond to racism. And if you're choosing to do it with more racism, it's because that's in you. Okay? I'm not saying that you can't respond. Of course you can respond to people, but how you respond to these situations is very telling. And if you're deciding to respond to, let's say it's black people saying, oh my God, white people are all racist, and you respond back with saying, oh, he's a watermelon felon, that makes you no better than the other people. And that shows me the way you think about things, the fact that you would even say some shit like that. It gives me a clue into how your brain works and how you really feel. Oh, somebody's trying to jump in. Let me see. I'll see what this guy has to say. Hold on, it's another person. Sheesh. I didn't realize so many people cared about this. What's up, Archbishop?
Yo, what is up?
What's up, man? I'm gonna ask you this. We're doing this a certain kind of way today, man. So, do you believe that it's appropriate to react to people being racist to you with more racism?
Uh, sure.
Sure, and why is that?
I don't really honestly see racism as that big of an issue.
Okay, that's not what I asked you. Like, why is it okay to respond back to racism with more racism?
Because if one side's not going to respect a boundary, why should you respect the boundary? Doesn't make sense.
One side versus the other side. Okay, I love that. So, do you think that there's people who aren't racist, that if people are being racist to them, it can make them racist?
I mean, if it's that easy to make you racist, then your viewpoints and your morals were never that strong to begin with.
Okay, that's not what I asked. I need you to lock in, okay? If a person is not racist, can they become racist because other people are being racist towards them?
Like I said, if they do, then they've always been racist.
I'm not asking if they do. I'm asking, what do you think? Like, do you think that it's possible for a person to not be racist and then hear somebody being racially hostile to them and then say, you know what, I'm going to be racist back to them? Do you think that's possible?
I suppose.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, people only go off their own intern experiences. I mean, if one person's enough to make them racist against a whole race, I mean, then they're probably, I mean, doesn't make much sense. They just probably hate that person as an individual. Most people who are racist have problems with the group, not one person.
Okay, I'm going to ignore that. So I think that here's my view, right? I think that racism is in you. Like, a racism is a thing that's inherently ingrained in a person, right? This isn't like a thing that arises due to stimuli. Like, because everybody's not like that, right? Everybody, I know I'm not like that. When people, if I'm being racially antagonized and people are being racist towards me, I'm not going to respond back to that racism with more racism because I'm not racist. I'll respond with other things. I might call you names. I might, ignore you. Like, there's a million ways to deal with somebody being racist towards you that isn't just being racist your damn self. And I'm trying to understand,
I mean, sure.
why people are okay with like excusing people like this guy here, because he got on here calling people a watermelon fella when he spent the whole time trying to be
Wasn't that
like,
already proven to be AI? I'm pretty sure, like, it's been debunked.
It's been AI. Are you sure about that?
I'm
You
actually
want to
almost 100% sure if you search up on the internet right now, even the person himself is claiming that it was AI.
Let's see. I got you, bro. I got you. Let's see. Stream. Let's see. Is it AI? Let's see. Jeff Metcalf, 3 hour. Hold up, let me look up watermelon felon in particular.
Was kind of funny, I can't lie.
That does sound funny. The rhyme is crazy. Let's see. Refer to. I mean, I'm reading news outlets that are literally.
I mean, news outlets are the worst thing to take for a source, I can't lie.
Are you dead ass? Like,
These are the same things that like twist everything Trump says every single interview. I mean, I don't really care that much. I'm not a Trump
wait,
supporter.
so first you said it's AI. Now you're saying they're twisting it. Which one is it?
Well, yeah, the news has reported on AI like multiple times. This is the first. They just report on a story.
Arch,
the news will eat up any story that is given to them. That is what I'm saying.
When I say
they do
to
not
lock
fact
in,
check their
wait,
sources.
Arch, please. I need you to stick to one thing. Are you saying that the news are twisting it, or are you saying that it's AI? Which one
I'm
is
saying
it?
the news are just reporting off AI. Because
okay, never mind, bro. Fuck. Like, you people don't know how to stick on task. If you're going to make a point, stick to the point. Are you trying to say that it's AI, or are you saying that I can't trust what the news say? Because it's one or the other. Either it's real but the news is reporting it incorrectly, and they're making it like he's saying one thing, but he's saying something else. Or is it AI and it's completely fabricated? It can't be both. It got to be one or the other. Jesus fucking Christ! All right, let's see what this guy has to say. Jay, I'm gonna get to you because I know you were there first. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get to Jay now. Do. Either way, the video is spot on. If you say so. All right, never mind. I think people are just passing in. I don't want to let all of y'all in. All right, so Joe said it. What's up, man?
How you doing, host? Appreciate having me, man.
Good, man. I'm gonna start because I'm doing this a certain way, man. So, do you believe, excuse me, that a person who is not racist can be made to be racist due to racial antagonism?
Yes,
How so?
this man's had a legal gag order for over a year now. All right, we seen out front the guy saying the only good cracker's a unalive cracker. It's like, and then it goes on
Mm-hmm.
to say so many other things. Like, bro, and his murdered victim's son has been drugged through the mud for over a year, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
other white people too. Basically, the whole white population. This crowd caused the nation divide again, once again, between black and white folks. So yes, I absolutely do. Like for instance, I don't agree with the POS Chud the Builder. I think he's a rotten piece of shit. But I think discrimination or built-in default hatred toward the white community bred Chud the Builder. I don't think that guy got, he lost his job is the reason he started his rant, and I'm glad he got what he had coming. I don't subscribe to that channel, but I'm just giving you an example. So yes, to answer your question, host, and to be honest, if I may add real quick to land my 2 cents on that video. To be honest, bro, if my son was murdered, like I dated a black girl. I'm in an interracial family. First of all, clear that up. Boom. I got no malice to the black community. I'm just gonna keep it a buck 50. If
Mm-hmm.
my son is taken off the planet by somebody, I promise you, especially when they're chastising the color of my white skin, the whole damn community and shit for a year and a half, and I legally can't say anything, watermelon felon would be the least of anyone's concerns. Like, I'm a father. If somebody did this to my son, I'd be ready to throw it all away and wear the jumpsuit. So I think
So
this video
Joe,
is just really being blown out of proportion.
I got you, Joe. And the crazy thing that's crazy for you to say as a person with black children. That if if your child was taken out of this world and people were being racist towards you, that it would turn you racist, even more racist than he
No,
is.
no, 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 no. I
In
didn't say me,
defense,
brother. You asked, no, you said,
that,
could someone? Hell no, I ain't, no, shit, no, fuck no. I realize I'm 36. I live in Memphis, Tennessee area. That's my city. So I've been around this shit my whole life. Like, so I don't care about it. Like, I get it. Like, it's always going to be black white division. No, that shit ain't going to turn me particularly racist. That's why like I said, I'm not really tripping on
but,
it. I just
but,
think
but
that
Joe,
I'm looking at it as a grown man, bro.
Joe, hold on, because I need you
What up?
this is what I'm trying to get across. Like, because I'm talking about him responding in that way. I don't have a problem with. I think it's normal for people to react to people fucking with them. Obviously,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
Basically, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
so, but I don't think that it's appropriate to do it with racism, and that's what I'm
So,
referring
well,
to.
let me ask you then. Well, how do you feel about the people marching saying only good cracker's a dead one? Like,
I
that's
don't like that
okay.
either. I don't like
Well,
that either.
I don't either. You know what I'm saying? So
But
it's an
all I'm
equal fair. It's a fair
But
playing
Joe,
ground, bro. Like,
what here's what I'm getting at. The buck has to stop somewhere. Like, we can't
it
do the he
does,
did it.
but
We can't do the he did it first, so I did it in response shit all the
well,
time
see,
like a 5 year old.
you're
So
so
Joe,
I
Joe, Joe, Joe,
so I
Joe.
agree with that, but you got to remember, legally, bro had a gag order, bro, for over a year. Him and his
It
dead
doesn't
son
matter.
has been drugged through the
It
mud,
doesn't
bro.
matter.
He finally got a
Okay,
little clip
I
off
fuck with
to
you,
say water.
Joe. I actually fuck with you, Joe, and I'm gonna let you back up here later in a little bit. I fuck with you. You were being good faith, and I respect you. But Joe, none of that matters. I don't care about all these extra details you're trying to put on it. If you're not racist, you're not gonna be racist. If even if somebody's being racist back to you, You know, this is I see this. I guess I have like a different view on how this shit works, and I might be wrong. If you got some research to prove that what I'm saying makes no sense, you let me know. But if a person is not racist, they wouldn't even think to react to some shit with racism because that's not in them. That doesn't mean they won't respond. That don't mean he's not going to be mad. Of course, you're going to be mad if your son lost his life. Nobody's saying that you can't be mad that your son lost your life. But how you react to that is very telling. And if you decide to react to somebody being racist toward you with racism, it's probably because you're just racist, right? But Fonsilly, what is it? Fonsil?
Foncel, yeah, Foncel, bro, but you're close enough. That's all
Yeah,
right.
what you got for me, man? Do you think that a non-racist can turn racist if enough people are racist to them?
That's a real profound question, and I agreed with what you just said. I thought it was very well said, but I also kind of agreed with dude up here before, and I think
Hmm.
that while I absolutely agree with you that like in your heart and in your spirit you see human beings and you've risen above that and rebuked that part of yourself, I think that to deny trauma can inform a response to a group of people or an experience with people. So we look at women who've been assaulted, they feel some type of way about men. It's not just a racial thing. It's about trauma response. And like, while I think that I think this whole tragedy, what happened at that track meet, has been jumped on by bad faith racists across the board. And
Yes.
one thing that I wish more white people seem to remember, now I'm kind of an unk status now, I'm kind of an OG. So like, I remember the OJ Simpson thing. What people
Mhm.
forget is that OJ Simpson's, big chase in the Bronco was about 2 years after, Rodney King in LA, where we had video footage of cops absolutely destroying this dude and they all got off scot free. And then we saw
Yeah.
the riots. What white Americans have a tendency to forget is the absolutely well documented unfair treatment of black people in the justice system. So with all that being said, though, while I absolutely agree with you, I think that we do need to have a little bit of humility and grace when it comes to understanding what trauma does to people, because trauma responses are not logical. They're not based in like thought that is like well considered. So like, you're a smart dude. You obviously said what you said, and I agree. Like I said, but like, you watch your child get taken out, regardless of the circumstances, you're going to feel some type of way. So, like, while I think that the Metcalf family is clearly racist, I think that racism was underpinning this entire situation. I think that the way those brothers went at him at the track meet was lame. I also think it's lame that dude, I'm an athlete. I was an athlete growing up. I train, pretty elite athletes now in the world of basketball. And I can tell you that, shit talk pops off at sporting events. Like, and
Hmm.
when I was coming up, people would throw hands or they do their thing. But, you go from 0 to 100 with a weapon. Like, yeah, he fucked up and his life is altered forever. And one kid's gone, so this is a pure tragedy. I just wish more people weren't trying to turn this into a massive sort of like situation to elevate their status. I commend you for having a fruitful discussion about it. But that's all I'm saying, man. Is I think that trauma creates irrational responses that are not based in well considered thought. I think that it's if we're being real about it, there's a lot of situations like if I think back to Jim Crow and you think about people's grandparents and great grandparents getting absolutely assaulted, lynched, like all kinds of wildness, they're gonna feel some type of way. And I don't blame them
Hmm.
for feeling that type of way. You know what I mean? So that's my thing, man. I try to maintain my humanity in it. I think this whole thing is nothing but sad, and that's my 3 cents on that.
I got you, and I don't disagree with a lot of what you said, but again, like, because I agree with you, like, people don't react rationally all the time when they're in a situation like that. I understand that completely. I'm not even saying that he doesn't have the right to lash out. Obviously, if you lose your son, like, you're going to lash out. But the
Right.
way you decide to do that, it says something about you, I think. But let me move
Oh, absolutely.
to
Oh, make
two.
no mistake, bro. I stand in agreement with you on that. I stand in agreement with you. I guess my only thing is, and God knows I am not. I got no, I got no personal protective impulse for the Metcalf family whatsoever. Because the thing about this case that I think is crazy is that the word on the street is the judge knew his family, which he
heard
should
about
have
that.
recused himself right off the bat. If that is true, that's an absolute, misappropriation of justice, and that needs to be addressed. And there should be a retrial because that is way too close to home, and that is deeply unprofessional from the justice side of this. So, but like I said, bro, like I only implore all of us to maintain our humanity and understand that, like I said, like trauma responses are not rational. Like they are literally not rational. Like you could be walking down the street, you're like I'm sure you're just a good dude, a solid dude walking down the street, and some woman who had a bad experience with someone who looks like you, they might react to you crazy. And you're like, yo, I'm straight fucking chilling. I'm getting bread and milk from the convenience store or something, This is the nature of trauma response, and this is the nature of pain. And again, it's not good, it's not rational, but it is understandable. And I that's my 2 cents. But thank you, man. Thank you for having me up, bro. I appreciate
for
it.
sure, for sure.
Host, can I real quick, bro? Real quick, may I respond to that? Like, I'm not going to be
Go ahead,
long because
bro.
I don't have long. Okay, so that was a great point with the Rodney King thing. I was like on the planet at that point in time. I'm 36. I'm gonna say this. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. We seen I'm saying Memphis. We seen what happened to Tyree Nichols, where he was yelling to his mama by 5 black police officers. There's no outrage, none, because it didn't meet the narrative, and that's the problem right now that we're dealing with is a narrative that's built in. All right, in Memphis, what happened? I see somebody in your comments, Memphis, a shout out Memphis, yo. But if you look at police brutality, okay, white people are unalived, unarmed every year, way more at a high rate than black people. And black people didn't have anything to say who got the black lawyer that got chow off from the black man committing the crime. They didn't care about Tyree Nichol when 5 black officers unalived him in front of his mother, yelling for his mama to hit mama. That happened, and I had mutuals with Tyree. Bro was young. He was a good dude too, and nobody cared. And the only reason nobody cared was because it was, no white person to fit that built narrative. So it was just like selective outrage. That's
bro.
that's
With
pretty.
all due respect,
Wait,
bro,
wait.
I got to take issue with that because when you got
One
13%
second. Hold
of the
up.
population, that's how it goes, bro. Like
Wait.
people are put
Hold
over
up,
the
Funcel. I gotta get to the other people. So real quick, Truth, you there, Truth?
Hey, yeah, good morning, guys.
What's up, man?
Not much,
Go
man.
ahead and see. Go ahead and jump in. I was gonna ask, but you can just go ahead and jump in.
Sure. No. Yeah. Let me just jump in. Great prompt, by the way. I think it's something that we all have to reflect on. We all have to look at. In the past, just to answer Fonsel's question about that if Metcalf knew the judge and the prosecutor, no, he did not. That was a AI picture that was put up on Facebook, and of course, then it just went rapid all across the internet. Because if they did know him, that would be a first grounds for dismissal on not only the current case, but also, of course, it would be retried. So let's jump into it. Man, you're right. It's like he had a lot of anger. It was all pent up with him in a year. All he did was read about his son over and over and over getting trashed online. I get it. I understand it. Do you need to take the high road? Yeah, for healing, you do. You can call out the parents because of what they said and things like that, but you could stay away from any racist comments. And he sort of said that and I'm sure you listened to the whole interview. He said that, okay, I'm going to make up a racist comment. If you think I'm
Yeah, he
racist, I'll make
did.
up a
Yeah.
racist comment. Yeah, if you remember that. And so he was trying to be racist, and it's like everything else he said, I have to agree with to a certain degree. Myself, I would be taking the high road. So for the bottom line is I went through a lot of things, but to be honest with you, man, I do believe BLK people can be racist. They can't perpetuate racism, but they can be racist. Just like YT can be racist. Anybody can be racist. But yet when we don't have that or believe that, it's just going to cause more division. We have to be on the same playing field and playing the same game. And, I'm sure that there's so much to talk about to be able to dive into on his rant. I guess it would be a rant. Do you know how long that interview was? Somebody said it was 3.5 hours. Do you rant for 3.5 hours?
I think I saw it said the stream was 3 hours too. I ain't watch all that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay,
I ain't watch all that
did
shit.
I? Just the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
But real quick,
But no, I don't.
John. Wait. Let me. I gotta hurry up and get to these people. John, you there, John Foe?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, go ahead and jump in, man. What you gotta say about this?
Oh, the watermelon fella.
Yeah,
That was crazy works right there. I never heard of that before. Nah, I ain't. Anybody ever heard of that before?
I
yeah. I mean,
mean,
he made it rhyme.
some,
Yeah,
I never heard of that shit before.
if you went
that's a new.
Metcalf
He
had some
did say he was gonna
leftovers.
make up some racist shit. So like, this is
Yeah.
Have you
that's
heard
new
that
to me.
term before though? Watermelon fella. Have you heard of that term?
I
We could
mean,
say cracker criminals.
I mean, yeah, but that was
Ah,
crazy. That's crazy works right there, though. God
nah,
damn.
watermelon felon
How
is
long
crazy.
he was thinking about that was?
Watermelon felon. He really went in his bag with that one.
That's what I'm saying. So no one ever heard of that until he said that.
I never heard of it.
I never heard
he
of
probably
it.
put it
Like,
out there. It's like, oh my god, that's
damn.
him. That's him.
But man, I thought he just upset, man. Younger kid, he lost his son, man, and then I don't feel like nobody. I don't feel like he felt that the family was more uh remorseful. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a situation where my brother was lost his life. You know what I'm saying? In the same scenario, one stabbing. You know, they knew they were friends, but it was a self defense joint. But one thing I
Yeah,
can say about his family though, his family always was remorseful. Hell, they turned him in. You know what I'm saying? So they always was remorseful because we were close. Both of our family were kind of close. Not saying that's probably the reason of them being remorseful because we kind of still end up going our separate ways and not really being around them as we used to. But during that, you know what I'm saying, during that time, 1,000%, they were trying to at least show some sort of remorse from the family
well,
perspective. But
just
I don't know.
real quick, like to just to bring it back, like my thing is this. Because I keep hearing people, y'all are kind of all saying the same thing. Like, of course he's mad. He lost his son. People are, fucking with
Oh no, he
them.
probably got that racist bone in him too. I think he just displaying it, but I think that's him. You don't say it how you said it and say what you said, and not think that that's not who you is every day. Because he was going into other topics, DEI, slavery.
Yes,
Like he
yes,
was like, this is something that they have conversations around the kitchen table about. You
yeah.
know what I'm
That was
saying?
locked in the
Frequently.
chamber already. He just had
Yeah,
his excuse to let it out.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was just that he just had his excuse of letting it out.
yeah.
But
So,
that's
cause
that
that's
just
what I'm
goes to
getting
show
to.
you though. This
That's
tech.
that's what I'm. But that's the point I'm trying to get to. Like
He's a
that if
racist.
you
My bad,
even
kid.
when
He's a
you're mad,
racist.
right?
He's a
Even when you're
racist.
mad.
He's a
Hold
racist.
on, hold on, hold on,
You got some
hold on.
chicken?
And Dylan, your mic is echoing like a motherfucker.
I
But
caught you some.
the even if you're mad, right? I think that the way that you react to things when you're mad and when you're drunk
Go ahead, you can
says a
have
lot,
it.
right? I don't believe that people
Sounds like
don't say
catching
what
black
they
TV.
mean. Well, I don't think that people say things that they don't mean when they're mad. I don't believe in that. I think that people say what they really feel when they're mean, when they're mad. I think that if you didn't believe it, it wouldn't be in your head to say it. I don't believe that there's this thing where people just say fucked up shit just because they're mad.
Nah,
That
I
I
agree
don't
with
think
you
that's
on that
real.
one. I agree.
So like if you're gonna respond back, because there's a million ways to respond, and that doesn't mean like you're just letting it go. Like you can say, "I hate this motherfucker. I think he's a terrible person." Like you can say all these bad things about somebody
Right.
without making racial remarks. If you're turning them into racial remarks, it's probably because you already have views about the race that you're talking about.
Totally agree. I mean, I can't even. I mean,
That
I've
was
been in a lot of
crazy.
arguments with BOK people, but
Right.
honest to God, I can't say one bad racist thing. Does that make sense?
Right.
I
Nah, that makes
can't. It
sense.
doesn't even come to my
It's
tongue,
not in
man.
your
I can't
head,
even.
right?
It's not in my head.
Yeah.
It's not.
You ain't got
Seriously.
those. You ain't got those punchlines. That watermelon felon coming back.
Like, listen, man, I've been on this app for a long time. I've been called a lot of N-words on this app. You know what I never did? I never responded back with cracker, cracker, cracker. Like, I don't do that because I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I'll respond with anything else. I can talk about how dumb they are. I can talk about what their clothes look like. I say, you ugly
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like, I'll roast you in every other way. I'm not gonna talk about you in a racial way because I'm not racist. If you responding back
Yeah.
to that type of stuff with racism, it's probably because you're just racist, right?
You're not going to call me an unbathed sun dodger. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Right? Yeah, like I think those type of jokes are hacky anyway. Like if you just see somebody and they're white and you just say, "Oh, yep, you're white," like that takes zero brain power. Like put some creativity into it. But
Oh
like
my God, you guys are a
I don't
riot.
know. I don't. If you responding with racism, it's because you're racist, and I don't know why people keep trying to make excuses like, "Oh my God, he was mad." Like nigga, I've been mad a lot in my life. I ain't never said fuck white people because I'm mad.
Yep.
Yeah, when Hunter left the courtroom, you're like, "Oh, I wish you were dead. I wish you were dead." They killed him as well. I mean,
Hey,
so it's not you guys who are like making a problem.
first of all, I could barely understand what the fuck you're saying. Can you fix your
Okay,
microphone?
sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's a little bit
That's
better.
fair.
What you said?
So I said, do you watch the Metcalf family when they walked out of the courtroom?
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, when they're screaming at Hunter, "I wish you were dead. I wish you were dead." Should have killed the other one. Like,
Okay.
is that all right?
Did anybody say that's all right?
Okay, but I'm saying, like, if you went into your brother went into a fight, I'm saying, watch him die, and you scream at him, "Oh, I wish you were dead."
Wait, so Dylan, I don't think you've been listening at all to what we were talking about. So I'm
But
not
like,
saying what
you're not in the same situation as them.
Dylan. You're not listening. If people, we're not saying that it's unreasonable for you to want to react and lash out because of people fucking with you. That's not the issue. I'm not having this conversation about this because he says, I wish you were dead. Like if he would have made a comment like that, there wouldn't be a fucking prompt here on my screen. The problem for me is that racism is different.
Oh,
Racism is
Austin Metcalf's dad is allowed to say what the fuck he wants.
No,
Yeah,
I know that.
100%.
Wait, Dylan. Like, we're not saying he's not
That's the
allowed.
problem.
I'm not saying that he's not allowed to say that. I'm saying that makes him racist. I don't think that
I
this is.
mean,
I don't think that this responding back to people fucking with you with racism isn't excused by well, he was just mad and he was having a bad day and people were fucking with him. Like, no, if you respond back to people fucking with you with racism, is because you're racist.
it's not racist. It's kind of like
Watermelon felon isn't racist. Are you dead ass?
okay, and they're saying, "Oh, I wish you were dead" to Hunter. That's
Yeah,
not racist.
is that racist? Saying I hope you are
That's kind
dead?
of
Is that
racist. Yeah, it
racist?
is.
Did he say
It's
I
kind of
hope?
racist.
Wait, did
People
they say
want
that
to fuck with
I
you.
hope? Dylan. Do you think? Do you believe that if you say a person is, you wish that they were not alive and they just happen to be white, that makes it?
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you're in school
Dylan, I
saying,
need you to answer my motherfucking question, man.
okay, what's your question?
If you say that I wish that you were not alive anymore, we're not even supposed to be saying that word. I wish you were not alive anymore, and they just so happen to be white. Do you think that they're saying that because they're white?
I think
Can you
the
answer my
black
fucking
jury.
question?
So if they
That's
say they're not supposed to be alive
Dylan.
anymore,
That is a yes or no question. Come on now, lock in.
no.
Okay. So if it's not because they're white, then how is this a racist comment for you to be
Okay,
able to
let me
respond
ask
back
you a
with
question.
racism?
Let me ask you a question. There was supposed to be a black juror, and they asked him, "Are you gonna put him in jail?" He said, "No, my brother. I can't put a brother in jail."
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, like they're saying, "Oh, it's all white jury."
Dylan, you have a problem with staying on task. What the fuck does that have to do with anything we're talking
I
about?
just asked you a question. So like if anyone goes on jury, because they have a problem with like all white people, it's Asian people over there. There was a black juror that was supposed to be there, and he said, "Oh,
Oh my god.
the court literally said, wait, hold up." The court literally said, "Are you gonna put him in jail?"
Okay, stop.
if he found guilty.
Dylan, stop.
No,
Dylan,
hold
stop.
on. Let me finish.
No, don't hold on because this is my shit. Okay, Dylan, stop. We're speaking specifically about Jeff Metcalf and his comments, his racially insensitive comments. You talking about the courtroom and the judge and the jury and all that shit has nothing to do with any of that.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna say this. Jeff has every right to say that.
Jeff has every right to be racist. I agree. He has every right to be racist.
Yes.
So, but you're agreeing with me that he's racist, right?
I'm agreeing you that he of course.
Thank you. That's all I needed from you. That's all I needed from you. All right, go ahead, watermelon felon. What you got for me? Watermelon felon.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
I
man.
don't think it's such a big deal for what he said, to be honest with you.
Sure, you're allowed to believe that, but would you not agree that?
Oh, it's not so much believe it, just kind of like fact.
Okay,
honestly, it's really not.
I'm not allowing you to railroad me on my own shit. Okay, so I'm asking questions here. So what I want to ask you is if he's responding to people saying racist shit back with more racism, that would make him racist, right?
I'd rather be called a racist than him.
Felon, can you answer the fucking question I asked? You people have a problem with staying on task. Can you answer what I asked?
Randos just saying like shit. Like
Felon, I'm giving you one more chance. Answer my goddamn question.
Who's next? He deserved it.
Goodbye. All right, on to the next. Money Ali. Money Ali is not with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Money Ali. What you got for me?
Yeah, I feel like, this racism, the accusation of racism and anti-blackness is so watered down, it don't even mean nothing no more. It lost its potency, and what it does...
Wait, let me stop you there. Before you go on your whole spiel about this, all right? What does racism mean to you? What's the real meaning of racism to you?
Racism to me means an awareness of a racial theory.
All right. Now, how does your version of racism comport to like the actual like dictionary meaning of racism?
It means you have a consciousness about race, different race distinctions.
All right, Money. I'm gonna stop you there. I'm just going to give you the actual definition because what you said is nonsense.
Why you ask? Hold on, bro.
Wait. I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking. Just give me 1 second, because what you said is nonsense.
You don't come from a dialogue culture.
Money, can you please shut the fuck up for 1 second? I'm gonna give
Why you interrupt me though, bro?
I'm giving you one more chance. Just stop for 1 second, okay? So, because the definition of racism that you gave is nonsensical, okay? So racism is the belief.
How so?
I'm telling you, okay. I swear to God, I'm giving you one more chance. I'm literally telling you how so right now.
Stand on your claim.
Okay, never mind. Goodbye. I'm gonna read it anyway. But racism is the belief, action, or institutional structure that assigns inherent behavioral traits, intelligence, or value to individuals based on their race or ethnicity, resulting in the unjust treatment, oppression, or prejudice of one group by another. This is from Merriam-Webster. I don't know what the fuck he got his definition from, but the reason why what he was doing is racist is because he has the belief that there are inherent behavioral traits with certain groups. He was applying those traits to black people. What he was saying was racist. So like his version of like, it's not really racist because, you know, racism doesn't even really mean anything anymore because people just put it on anything. What he was saying is comporting very cleanly to the definition of racism from Merriam-Webster. But anyway, Nathan, you jumped in here.
Yeah, I have a question. So I saw all the AI videos people are making of the live, but I haven't saw.
You haven't seen a real one?
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but what did he say? Could you tell me that? Because I can't find it anywhere, but I'm hoping you can tell me, and I can make an opinion.
I'm gonna see if I can pull this up because I keep seeing people talk about it's AI, it's AI, it's AI.
Oh, I
I mean,
saw a
I
lot of
watched the
AI
video
videos.
already, but
Like people were making a bunch of them. It's crazy.
all right, let's see.
They're making so many that I can't find the real video.
So I got one from
Wow.
TMZ. I know if y'all would accept that as reliable, but
Yeah, I've been on that show before. I'll take it.
What is it?
let's see. From TMZ.
Uh,
Oh damn, it got
Yep,
deleted.
TMZ is good.
Hold on.
yeah, I
That
don't
one.
know.
Let me see if I can find it.
TNZ did. They posted. Oh, what was it? They posted something the other day that was misinformation, but it was a big
Well, I'm
deal.
not gonna be able to pull it anyway because I think they deleted it. But let me get another one here.
Hey, host, when you get a chance, can you move your prompt up to the upper part of the screen so we can see comments better? It's being overshadowed. You got it dropped. Only when you get a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that. I'm not used to this shit. Let's
No worries,
see.
man.
Uh,
Least of our worries.
let's
But
see.
yeah, I don't know. Did he say something like overtly racist? Like
Yeah, I mean,
I did. The thing I saw was super racist, but it was super AI, and I watched 2 or 3 of those, but I haven't saw the real video. Any
I
real
think the
video.
WF thing was the direct. He even said it before he said it. He said, "Oh, I'm going to say something racist," and that's it. And he came up with
Well,
that.
I saw he was on. He got interviewed. Was it 2 days ago? And or shit, it could have been right after the sentencing. But they asked him about the family, and he was like, "I do not want y'all to make this racial." And that was the last thing I saw. And then
That's true. He did say that in the beginning.
until the AI videos came out.
yeah, give me 1 second while I connect my speaker, and I'll play it.
You know, the biggest thing is like parents. We're parents, and the thing is that it's our responsibility to build the bridges and to protect our children and everything else. And even he had to go off on this rant, and I get it. Okay, that's his right to do whatever. But somebody's got it. Somebody's got to reach out. Somebody's got to put a hand out. And somebody's got to be able to forgive first.
All right, hold on. I'm
And
gonna play a little bit of
it's an
this.
important thing.
My
Okay,
bad.
yeah, go ahead,
I'm
man.
sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna play a little bit of
No,
this.
you cool.
Let me see. This is from Anthony Quinn.
I'm surprised, honestly, by human race and mankind.
I'm gonna speed this up.
Of the despicable, vile display of the most uncompassionate, unempathetic, uncaring, soulless individuals who choose to monetize the death of a dead child or speak very derogatory of them or make memes and talk all over the internet about my family while I'm under a gag order and can't be supported. It's like being tied to a chair and someone is slapping your face back and forth and you can do nothing about it but take it. What day is it? The muzzle's off. And all you people, I'm telling you up front right now, this is a warning. You show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSend money. Well, you are grifters. You should be ashamed. I come to pray with you and show the world you can do.
This isn't real, right?
Oh, what's up?
That's not. Well, why does it sound like that?
It's because I'm skipping it. I'm trying to get to the water weather feather.
I was like, that sounds like a computer.
Yeah, that's me. I'm skipping. I'm trying to skip to the part where he says that part of it.
Never mind, my bad. I was like, hey man, this is the AI one.
My bad, bro.
You irrelevant? You feel bullshit? How about miniature? Fuck you. Don't think I'm funny? I'm a saint. I'm the same as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm existent doesn't mean I don't sin. Because I don't walk in water and I don't turn into wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Don't get me wrong. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them?
Okay.
Are you? Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. He's away. But you don't blame the white person for every fucking thing else. We're the bad ones. We're the one held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do. We all have equal rights. What's it say? All men are created equal. It's a shame it took his kid getting killed for him to wake up like this. The First Amendment protects free speech. I'm for it. Free speech doesn't guarantee you safety. Perfect example. Charlie Kirk, a man who I admired, looked up to. You know why? Because he could fight with words and logic. He didn't need fists, guns, or knives. No. He sat down and talked with you. How do you solve any situation when there's a problem? Communication. Kelly was an expert. That's one person I admit I would not want to debate. He was a walking chat GPT. But he held strong on his faith. He never wavered. His convictions were solid. He was a good man. The only person that judges me is God. And God sees all. Wow. I didn't mean for Mellow, okay? Because he was such a little boy I was trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? Watermelon.
Oh, wait. Damn it. I missed it. Hold on.
There you go. You just missed it.
I missed it.
One more really quick clip. This is what he called Carmelo Anthony. This is funny. I never heard this one before. Y'all let me make some great stuff. Y'all can go viral. I got a name for Mellow, okay?
Wait. Let me put that back in normal speed just so we can hear it clearly.
That's a good idea. Yeah, my brain's not working that fast, man.
Man, my bad. I got to play shit in 2 times speed. Let me see.
Mellow Anthony family, the father and the...
Oh, come on.
I call it, saw violence on the train called Carmelo Anthony. This is funny. I've never heard this one before. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such a little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? Watermelon.
All right. And that's the clip that he clipped. So I can't get anything after that if, some context changes after that. But I mean, he said it. It's not AI. He said the shit.
Well, he said it. It's a new one from my understanding, right? Have you ever heard it before?
I have never heard that before in my life. I've never heard that. I'll give him points for creativity. I've never heard that one before.
Right, exactly. That's about it. You would think that we would have come up with every possible, saying, through the history, but nope, never heard that one before. Jeez.
Yeah. So just for everybody in the comments, man, like, can y'all stop saying it's AI? It's real. It's in the fucking.
No, yeah, it's totally real. That is 100% real. Yeah, I watched it all the way up to that point as well.
Yeah, but just to and I guess I'm gonna wrap it up because we're starting to wind down here a little bit. But like,
sounds good, Kenny. I got you followed, man. So that sounds good. But I really appreciate it, and thanks for letting me up, man. Just have a great weekend, okay?
You too, man.
Yeah, take care, man. Take
it easy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here in a little bit. I mean, if anybody else want to jump in and continue the conversation, it's starting to wind down here. But you heard him. He's a Charlie Kirk fan. He's a conservative, which makes sense. He's in Frisco, Texas, very red area, very conservative, typical Republican right wing talking points. Now, I'm not surprised to hear that he believes these things, and I'm also not surprised to hear that he believes these things while he also beforehand was trying to virtual signal and be like, I want to go pray with them and have, be peaceful and be nice to the other family. Now when he finally gets to say what he really wants to say, this is the shit he decides to say. And I can understand people saying that he's reacting that way because he hasn't been able to talk. But again, if your response to all of this negativity and turmoil that you've been feeling and hearing from people is to go on basically a rant about black people and about how black people got to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and that he's a watermelon felon and that you keep blaming everything on the white man. Like this says more about you and how you feel in your worldview than anything. I'm not infringing on anybody's free speech. I'm not saying you're not allowed to say anything. Clearly he's allowed to do it. He did it, but it just says something about you. And I don't think that he gained this worldview and gained these opinions just from this situation. I don't think that it was his kid losing his life and the people on the internet being mean to him that made him want to make racial comments and talk about how bad the black community is. I think he was racist to begin with. It was always in him. Because it doesn't work like that. People don't say racist shit and do racist shit because of outward stimuli. This is something that you already have to begin with. And then you just confirm your bias with other things that happen. Like you people are you're trying to give him an excuse. You're trying to say, well, I understand. If people was calling me a cracker, I'd turn racist too. Like, no, nigga, it don't work like that. Like, if you are responding back to people being racist to you with more racism, that's because you're just racist. I'm sorry. I'm not accepting that he's this grieving father. He had a year and a half to grieve his son. That doesn't mean that, well, it's understandable that he's racist now because he lost his son. That makes no motherfucking sense. Oh shit, more people are jumping in. I guess I'm not ending this. Hold on. I didn't realize how much people cared about this shit. All right. Let's see. He literally did it to rage bait, y'all. Yeah, rage baiting, using racism for rage baiting isn't proving that it's not racist, buddy. It is not hitting the way that you think it is. All right, what's up, alt account?
Yeah, if you genuinely don't think that having a certain group of people, or like even like a certain like animal, if it pestered you for 14 months after killing your son, you can't tell.
No, you know what this sounds like? You know what this sounds like? This sounds like the people who say that like pit bulls are inherently bad because they've had bad experiences with pit bulls. Like a pit bull bit them a couple of times. They're like, yeah, fuck pit bulls for life now because those 2 pit bulls bit me. Like
that's not valid. The most statistically violent dog, not wanting to be around that is bad. Do you hear yourself?
Yeah, have you ever been around pit bulls? Have you ever raised a pit bull?
No, because I don't want to be around the most violent dog that there is.
Shut the fuck up. Have you ever raised a pit bull? I
just said no.
I'll account. If your answer is no, then you can't make the comment of, yeah, it's reasonable to believe that they're inherently violent, and you haven't seen. We literally see these animals being, if you raise them up right, that they're not violent. They're reacting to stimuli most of the time. They've been raised wrong, so sometimes they'll go off of the normal path. But if you raise them right, they're usually okay. I literally have had 2 pit bulls. They God rest their souls. They passed through old age, but we've raised 2 pit bulls and they've never bit anybody. Would an inherently violent animal go 15 years without biting anybody?
Have you ever seen coral reefs?
Can you answer the motherfucking question?
What was the question?
Goodbye. You're not listening to me. You're not even listening. If I literally raise 2 pit bulls, because this is the analogy I'm going with, because you're trying to make it like they're more inherently violent. If I literally raise 2 pit bulls, and I know it's an anecdote, but just to make this point, if I literally raise 2 pit bulls, and they've never bitten anybody because I raised them right and I treated them well and I fed them and walked them and did all these things. How inherently violent can they be if they've never bitten anybody? Then their whole life, they lived to old age. Bogart was 15 years old when he passed. Right? You're just racist. You're just racist. You can't get around that. Let's see what I'm gonna see what Black Raven. I was trying to just argue with niggas, but I'll let you stay up here too. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Kenny? What's going on?
Good. I'm good, man. Talk to us. Do you believe? I think I know your answer, but like, do you believe that Jeff Metcalf was always racist to begin with?
Of course.
I mean, we believe white people are all inherently racist already, but just outside of like
that's stupid.
That part of it. But
yeah, it's because they sold their original origins for whiteness. They don't even understand why they call themselves white.
Wait, you just said white people are all inherently racist.
If you knew what inherently means,
yes, it means essential to their nature. Yes, but how can they be inherently racist? I could give you an outlier that's not racist right now.
Do you not see how society is ran? Hello?
That's so dumb. Society isn't ran by reality. Society isn't ran by every single white person.
Well, look, hold on, homo, because I wasn't really trying to have that conversation. I'm mainly trying to have the conversation.
Of course, you can't actually defend that belief.
Can you please be quiet? Can you be quiet? So what we're trying to have the conversation. I'm trying to stay on task is what I'm trying to do. So we're having a conversation about Austin or Jeff Metcalf getting on stream and making these racist remarks. What I'm questioning here is, do people really believe that you can turn racist because people were being racially antagonistic to them, or is that just something that's always in you? What do you think?
The way
I
everything
think
dripped off his tongue
Wait,
when
hold
he
up.
was talking,
You gotta
the
mute.
way everything dripped off his tongue, these children were hearing it their whole life. That child, his child would be alive if he hadn't been teaching his child all of that his whole life. Everything rests on the laurels of this parent. He wants to go around and talk about everyone else's parenting. Well, his parenting struggled too, and now he is suffering it. His suffering is his own because he created it, he manifested it, he raised these children. That is all it is. No one just turns into that. It dripped off of him. The ease and relax and pleasure he had while he was saying that was unbelievable to watch. And it was so telling. And yes, white people are inherently racist. I'm landing
That's the
there. I have
dumbest
no
shit
more
I've
to
ever heard
add
in
to
my life.
this because I think everybody else here is much more well
Wait,
qualified to discuss this than I.
wait. Are
But I
you
felt like
white?
someone had to say it.
Are
Am
you
I
white?
white?
Yeah, she's
I am a
white too.
white daughter of a Chicago police officer.
Okay, well
That's
then
how
you're
I am.
inherently
So if you want to
racist.
keep
You
on
are
going with
That's
racist.
me,
not how racism works. Sorry.
Yeah, being racist is essential
That's
to
not
your
how
nature. If
racism
you
works.
just claim that all white people are inherently
Sir,
racist,
yes,
sir,
so
because we're the ones who created the structure under which color is a
you created
priority and a value.
you
Enough of
created
you.
the
Enough
structure.
of you.
You created the
You're
structure.
not. I'm done with. I don't really.
Hold on,
You
hold
don't
on,
want
hold
to
on, hold
you
on.
don't want to
So
debate.
homo. Because again, I'm not trying to have the inherently racist conversation right now. We're focusing, we're locked in, like laser focused on this Jeff Metcalf thing. Okay, so what I'm trying to understand, because the only reason I'm even doing this is because after he said these things, people kept coming out and saying, well, you gotta understand, he was going through something. He lost his son and people was messing with him on the internet. And I think the way that people react to adversity says a lot about them. And like, there's a million ways to react to people talking shit to you on the internet. There's a million ways to react to you losing your son. And of course, I'm not saying that you can't respond. I'm not saying you can't lash out. I'm not saying you can't get mad. But if you're reacting to all these things with racism, wouldn't you say that's because you're just racist to begin with, homo?
Okay, well, I think his racism was very justified. And before you start
I didn't
gaslighting,
ask. I didn't ask that. I didn't ask if
I
it's
can explain
justified.
why.
No, I don't want you to explain why. What I'm asking you is basically a yes or no question. Like, do you think, is it possible for a person who isn't racist to become racist because
Yes.
people were fucking with them on the internet?
Yes.
And how is that?
Well, first of all, Austin Metcalf's dad and his whole family really was being paraded online by these black people who were telling him his son should have died and he's burning in HELL and whatnot. All
watch
these
your
things.
words. Watch your words on
Yeah, you
this
can't
live.
say the D word, man.
I didn't say the word.
You did, but
Yeah.
go continue.
You
He don't
did, and
even.
you
He
can't
don't
even
even.
say
He
you
don't even
did. I mean, it's
remember.
like useless white dudes.
He
Yeah,
don't even remember what he says. But we're having a whole conversation.
Lauren, why are you cosplaying?
it's a lot of that going on. They don't remember the last thing they
God.
said, and
No,
there's a lot of
nothing.
that going
Absolutely
on.
not.
But homo, like again, what you're doing now, again, is what a lot of the other people were doing, was saying, well, you got to understand everything he was going through. Like, respectfully, I don't
Yeah.
need you to
Well, he was not racist at first, and now he's racist because of the scenario.
Get
Well, I'm
out
trying
of
to
here.
homo. What I'm trying to understand is, how can you turn racist if it's not in you already? Like,
Okay.
let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Like, trust me, I haven't lost any children, but I have had bad situations happen from white people. I've had issues. I've been get on here being called N-word, N-word, N-word over and over and over again. You know what I never did? I never reacted by saying cracker, 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 cracker. Like I don't respond back to racism with more racism because I'm not racist. So like how can a person who's not racist even get it in their spirit to say some racist shit back to people?
Because at one time they were not racist, and for whatever substantial,
Okay, you're
whatever
done.
reason.
Goodbye. Useless. Useless. Just like Lauren said, useless.
I'm gonna drop now too because you guys have it. I just wanted to come up here and like yell. So
I
No, we
and
got
do
you,
need
Lauren's
man.
more
whole
white. We do need
Lauren's
more
whole
white people
life is
like
a
you, Lauren.
lie. I'm a
We'll go
joke.
back.
I'm all this in the comments. No, I'm not. I'm someone who literally woke up. I literally woke up from a racist family. That's what happened to me. I didn't listen to it anymore. I'm still here. I'm still a contributing member of society. Had I listened to what I heard and internalized it and didn't question it and like play NWA right after the King verdict and the riots, I would not be a good person today. I would still be someone like this gentleman who doesn't understand how he contributed to his own child's unfortunate end. So you guys have it. Keep this conversation going. Dude needs to have it too. And honestly, whoever thinks me being white, making the comments about racism being intrinsic, it's ridiculous. If you're white and you can't come to that conclusion in 2026 and still like walk your life comfortably, you are a very, very weak individual. So you guys have it. I don't need to say anymore. I'm going to drop, let someone else up here.
Got you. Yeah, keep telling your fellow white
Thank you
people.
for asking the question, too. It's a good question that people aren't asking. Why all of a sudden we should just let this guy run his mouth like this hasn't been happening for the whole time he raised his family. Thank you very much to you, host.
For sure. Especially because he came on. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna tell her just to keep doing her thing because white tea people are not gonna wake up unless other white tea people say it. It's just that simple.
Yep, that's right.
Absolutely.
That's why homo doesn't get a pass with me either. And that's why I
Absolutely.
out myself when I say, like, I'm the daughter of a CPD. People know what they're looking at. They know that when I'm talking from what I know. You can't tell me what goes on inside a racist home unless you lived in one. You can't tell me that there isn't a whole group of white people who are intrinsically and actively oppressing others when I've been witness to it my whole life. So I will keep saying what I'm saying. It's just, I don't think I need any more of it today.
There you go. Keep up the good work, man. Let me see. A, you still there, A?
Yeah, hi, sorry, I was just like waiting for the conversation to end, but
Yeah, my bad, man. We we
no, no,
we
it's
we went
it's
on that. Go ahead, A. You say your shit. Say your shit.
yeah, so I just for like TikTok, yeah, I am black, but black British. Um I'm not surprised by the dad's reaction or the nonsense that he was spewing off. I do think that he was keeping it because I know that in the beginning of the when initially his son wasn't alive, they were saying how we don't want to make it about a race thing when we had people on the right and to like advocate for them. And he was like, we're not trying to, his whole family were like, we're not trying to make this a race thing. And I don't think Carmelo targeted my son because he was white or whatever, bloody, bloody, blah. But I do think he knew because have you guys seen the pictures with the judge and his family? Like there's a whole picture out there. Him and his family, he's friends with the judge, he's friends with the police and everything. So I do have a sneaky suspicion that this family knew that Carmelo Anthony was gonna get sentenced and they were just pretending to not quote unquote make it about race until he got convicted so he can spew out his nonsense after the fact. That's
Yeah,
what I believe.
I definitely agree with that. Especially like they made a big show of it too. Like he went over there and was like, I will just want to pray with the other family, and I just want to, pretending like he isn't
I
biased
think
the
it
way
was
he is.
strategic. It was strategic, 100%, because
Eh,
you've got all this to say all of a sudden out of nowhere. It does not make any sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Like these are beliefs that he's always had. Like I mean, he literally is in the video talking about, I love Charlie Kirk, and I love free speech, and like he's saying all of the typical fucking racist, conservative talking points. Like, this is not something that sprouted out of nowhere just these past few months because people were being mean to him on the internet. He always believed all of this shit. He always believed that Carmelo was a watermelon felon. He's just been able to say it openly now because the case is closed. And like, I don't know why people can't just be honest about that. Why are we pretending that, well, you got to understand he only turned racist because of you niggas? Like, it's not our fault that he's racist. He always was just racist to begin with. But Will, if you want to jump in here, Will, what you got for me? Will,
Yo,
what's up, man? What you got to say? Have you listened to this Jeff Metcalf thing? Firstly,
the video there of him right there.
yes.
I watched. I don't know how long it is. I've seen parts of it.
Did you hear him calling Carmelo a watermelon felon?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see the rest of the rant where he's talking about how the black community owes everything to white people and black people are all on welfare and all that shit? Did you hear that?
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, I mean, I can find a clip. I was listening to it earlier, but anyway, like he trust me. I mean, if you look it up, you'll find it. You can find the.
I mean, I don't even if that's what he said. That's what he said. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't imagine any context that's where you're connecting those dots. Like when I heard him say watermelon, because here's the thing, the clip that I was watching, I think the first one I saw was it must have been like the most known. I mean, I don't know what all he was talking about, but the clip that I first saw was a very non-controversial clip, and it's a clip where I'm watching, I'm thinking, okay, this is a man who is speaking after the death of his son, and he was speaking very honestly, passionately. But then I saw the watermelon felon one, and I was like, that came.
Yeah,
Where did that come
how
from?
that's a jump. You see how that's a jump from.
I was about to say, isn't Donald Trump a watermelon felon?
Yeah, no. Well, I was gonna say, like, you don't see how that is like a jump. Like, he's saying reasonable things, just these normal reasonable things, and then all of a sudden, watermelon felon. Like, that didn't come out of nowhere. Like, he was having a conversation about black people.
That's why
he's
stood
talking about
out.
the president. I don't know.
I mean, fuck him. I mean, he's a felon for sure. I mean, don't get me started. We don't need to take it the whole direction, but
yeah, we ain't even got to get into that. Yeah.
But I mean, that was crazy to me when I heard it. But see, here's something I heard you saying. There's no way. And I agree with this. Like people don't suddenly turn racist. But I wonder if now we're getting like philosophical. And I start thinking, okay, if a person starts experiencing.
Will, you all right? Will, going once.
You know what's crazy? How many white people are saying that it's because they're angry? It's because they're angry. It's so crazy because that's crazy because all the times that you guys unalive us, do you see us going out there talking crazy like this? No.
I wasn't saying anything about.
I'm not talking about you, Will. Not you, Will. Not you, Will.
I got you. Yeah, sorry, I turned my screen off. I forgot that turns my mic off. But I don't even remember where I was going with this. My bad.
It's okay because I gotta get to the next person anyway. So Ben, are you still with us, Ben?
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right, man. Let us know, man. Can a person that's not racist become racist because people are mean to them on the internet?
I feel like with his certain situation, sometimes you can make remarks that are empty. You know what I'm saying? The situation he's been through, obviously, I don't condone any of the statements he said. But, seeing what he went through, even after the decision, the Metcalf family is walking back, a bunch of Carmelo supporters saying, oh, he got what he needed, he got what happened, and we should have got Hunter too. You know what I'm saying? That pushes some buttons, and then he's been holding it in. He sat down, and then, like a parent is, like, who lost a child forever. He just said some remarks.
But Ben,
the thing is, you got to let me land before you answer.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
quickly.
Obviously, I don't know him personally, but sometimes you can make remarks that are empty, you know what I'm saying, and you're not inherently racist. For example,
And Ben, you're not saying that's right, are you? I just want to like.
No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying
See, I
that
didn't think you
everyone.
were.
No, I'm not saying it's right. That's why I said I don't condone it. But sometimes what happens is you make empty remarks and you don't mean it. You just say it out of anger, frustration, and all the everything that's happened to you, especially what's happened to him. And I don't see anyone talking about, what the
All y'all
Carmel
white
supporters are
people
saying to him.
racist.
You know what I'm saying?
This
So
is
All
this
y'all
is bullshit. Hold up,
racist.
1999. Hold on. This is bullshit. Okay, I've been trying to listen to y'all with this, but I don't accept this. I don't believe that people are just saying what they don't mean, and they're just saying it because they're mad. That's bullshit to me. I don't think that you
how would
say
that be
things.
bullshit?
I don't think that you say things like that if you don't mean it. I don't think when people get angry, they don't make up shit. They say what's in their mind. They're telling the truth when they're angry. They're not
Can I?
making up no shit.
I think maybe sometimes if somebody feel okay. I definitely get what you're saying. Like somebody's not going to be saying like
Okay,
racist
but
stuff if
y'all
they're not racist. Wait.
racist
One thing. Wait, let me say
Way
one
though.
better
thing
the way
though.
we're speaking.
If you
Watermelon
feel, have you
felon.
ever experienced watermelon felon's crazy? But
That's
have
my
you ever
Biffa
felt
though.
like have you ever felt like someone's getting at you in such a way that you want to be as vicious as you possibly can? And so then you reach for whatever it is that's going to hurt the most, or you reach for
Like
whatever
what?
it is that's going to be the most, whatever it is in your mind that you think is going to hurt the most or
Nigga.
reach the most.
First of all, that's
Be the
not
most
nothing that's
vicious.
just somebody in just somebody's mind. This is an ideology. This is what shaped America. What he's saying right now is what most whitey people, most non-black people, most people that know that really have common sense. Really, let me not just say black people know that what he's saying is the fabric of America. You're just too late to understand the shit.
Not really. Educated people don't really run away with those ideas like myself. So, you know what I'm
You're
saying? The
educated
situation he was
Well, hold
in,
on.
words can be words. I
Man,
mean,
it's
he
real
wasn't the
simple.
one.
Everybody's racist.
Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on,
You
hold
don't know
on.
how
Let me
racism
let me
functions in society to say that shit. Go ahead, host. My bad.
hold on. Yeah, it's all good. Let
Yeah,
me
it is, man.
because it's a lot of y'all now. It's a lot of y'all now. So I got to move to the other people. So user, you just jumped in a little
Yo, what
earlier.
up?
What you got for me, user?
Yeah, I mean, like his remarks, the bald guy in the picture, are
Yes.
to me how and clearly identifies what happened that night. He raised his sons to be racist thugs, and they walked up onto somebody to jump him. They pushed him. No, everybody forgets assault. Everyone's like, "Do you condone murder, all these things?" But do you condone assault? And I mean, the guy he was smaller. I mean, to be honest, I don't. He was acting in self defense, and it just this guy's remarks afterwards just shows us how
This
he
guy's a
raised his
white,
children.
apologetic, guilt liberal.
I'm not white, bro.
Can he
Yeah.
finish? Go ahead.
That's Sam Cedar, my profile pic. I'm not white, but it's clear. Like you can tell these remarks. Listen, you don't get triggered or angered into racism. Okay, that's an
Exactly.
underlying hatred that you have
Everybody's
in your
racist,
mind.
though.
That's not
You don't
true.
know how racism functions in
Yeah, it
Yeah,
society.
is,
Let him
dude. You don't
finish.
know.
Let
fucking
him
talk about
finish. Let him
racism.
finish.
You don't know
Go
how.
ahead, user.
Yeah.
You're
Anyways,
racist.
bottom line is this: he raised his kids with hate. Because if he's talking this way so publicly, I'm sure he says worse things off camera with his children, and his children felt entitled to tell somebody where to go on public property, on school property, where they have no authority over him, and they tried pushing him and stuff. And you know what? It is what it is. You know, I bet the same people
Defending murder.
were rooting for
Defending
George
murder.
Zimmerman when
Facts.
yeah. So it's the same. You know, whatever. Anyways.
Wait, can we
Even
stop saying that? Because you will get his life taken down. Just say
Yeah,
unalived or
please.
It
something.
literally doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
don't want to
Defending
get put.
unalived.
Wait, nipple. I'm actually gonna get to you next, bro. You about the nut over there, bro. Nipple. Real quick, I'm gonna ask you this very, very clearly here, okay? So, do you believe that a person who is not racist can transform into a racist because people are mean to them on the internet?
It's not about transforming. I don't think everybody's racist.
I know it's not transforming. I believe he's racist, but like, what I'm arguing against is this talking point. Like people are responding to these comments saying, well, you gotta understand he's mad because he lost his son, and
Let me
people are
ask you a
fucking with
Yeah,
him
he's
question.
on the internet.
racist.
Let
So
me
are
ask you a
you. So's
question, man. Let me
everybody.
ask you a question.
All
Let
right,
me ask
let
you a
me get
question
you
about
out of
that.
here.
Is there anything that you have done or said in your lifetime that if you were to look back or someone to say, hey, remember when you did that, and they were to reduce you to, they say, hey, remember that moment when you did this thing that was terrible, and that's who, you are a thief, you are a cheater, you are a liar, because we've all lied, cheated, and stolen, right? So are you those things? Are we saying that he transformed into a racist because he said something really racist in the moment that whatever? I'm not saying the dude is okay. I'm not saying it was right. But I'm saying that if people are saying, hey, I'm glad your son's in hell,
Your
he's
analogies
burning,
were
he
not
got
correct.
stabbed,
Your analogies
You
were
can't
people reach
say
incorrect.
for
you
what's
cannot
vicious.
say that
And I
on
think
here.
people are
Watermelon
either not
felon.
aware enough of their own.
Watch your
People are
mouth.
Watermelon
either, wait,
felon.
I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish my
Yeah,
sentence.
you guys
I
gotta
think
let him
people are
finish.
either not aware enough of their own emotions and proclivities and the way they behave, or they're not honest about it. Because I know
Okay.
all of you know what I'm talking about.
So Will, how does watermelon felon end up in your
I'm not,
vocabulary?
it's not cool because we all have, if you're trying to be vicious, we all have creativity. We
Yeah,
can
You
all
said
vicious.
reach for
No,
you.
words and
because you made
combine them in
analogies. You
ways
said,
that,
oh, if somebody calls you a thief, if you calls, no. He used the word watermelon felon.
oh,
So
yeah, yeah, no,
what
well,
drives that? What was the reasoning behind that phrase?
the reasoning is
Other
him
than being
trying to be
racist?
vicious to people. The reason is
No,
Yeah,
him
be
trying to be
exactly.
vicious to
racist.
people.
Yeah,
The
vicious,
reason is him,
racist.
and being racist is vicious, is it not?
Yeah, and that's a behavior that he has in his brain. People don't become racist to be vicious. I
Hey,
roast people
do you
all the time.
become violent to become
I
vicious?
don't think
Sure,
you were
you've done
listening
that.
to what I was saying. You absolutely can.
Yeah, but
Racism
being
is
wait.
literally wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Racism is
go ahead.
literally a systemic issue. People are not. It's literally ingrained into our society, especially in the Western world. To think that you're just gonna wake up one day and think people are just gonna turn racist goes to show a lot of people don't even know how race and the ism operates in race. Like it just does. How do we
Yeah,
not
race
understand that?
race is a concept created by Euroids. It's an exclusionary concept that's
I mean,
centered around
I don't
whiteness.
even really want
There's
to
no
like.
white culture. There's no white unified whiteness
It's
or anything like
literally a
that.
social construct that was
Yeah,
Yeah,
created
You got.
to
I mean,
justify the
so
oppression of
the
Western and Central Africans.
yeah. I mean,
exactly.
I
So that's
agree.
why the idea of becoming racist because you got triggered by something is like the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life.
We're not
Yeah,
saying you
I
be
mean,
I
because
mean,
triggered.
look,
They're
you
I
didn't
gas.
get your
agree
They
with
be
son
you guys.
stomped, did
gaslighting.
you?
Wait,
They're
wait,
You're
wait,
gaslighting
getting,
people with that word. They're
you're,
just using that to
you're
think
making,
that.
wait.
Go ahead.
One second,
my
y'all.
bad,
One
my bad.
second. So, like, because I agree with you guys on the system part of it, but like I'm speaking more in the sense of the colloquial meaning of the term, just so we can have the conversation. Because I
Oh,
don't know what
okay, got it.
you know what I'm saying. I don't know the other word to use, like bigotry or whatever. I'm using racist just to make it easy for everybody. So,
Yeah,
so, like in this instance, for the sake of this conversation, we're going to use racism in a colloquial sense. So, like again, if a person is not racist and they don't believe these racist things, they don't have these racist ideas in their head, where would it come from for you to say it when you get mad? Like when I get mad, again, I don't know why like people are ignoring this. When people get on here and call me N-word, 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 I don't respond back with cracker, 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 cracker. Like
but not even that
because
though.
I'm not
Like
racist.
not even that. Like as a black person, if I get angry or if I get into a fight with somebody or an argument, which I've had, my first go to is not to use an Asian slur or like a slur
Exactly.
Dude,
against certain communities. Do you know what
I've
I
knocked
mean?
out
Like
white boys, and they've never been like racist towards me. I
You said
knocked them out
what?
before.
You
I've
knock
knocked out
out
white
white
boys
boys?
before.
I
I've
promise,
knocked
buddy.
out white boys before
I
growing
promise,
up,
buddy.
right? And they never were racist towards me because our
You
dispute was
never
over
stepped up
something
with some
else, and it
wolf
never
guy.
crossed their mind. I'll give them that.
Oh God. No, the thing what I was saying is that obviously I don't know him personally, but situations can push you to say things that you don't actually mean. So for example, Let's take
No.
me for example. Okay,
So when
I'm
you
not
get
done
mad, you call
speaking.
someone the N word.
Am I about to get
Ben,
cut off for the
do you call black
billionth
people
That's
the N
not
time
what
word
when
when
I
you
he's
get
finish
mad?
speaking?
saying. Y'all are
You've been on a
choosing to
rant
get
for
mad
20
at
minutes.
your
So
own
I didn't even say anything.
interpretation.
It's because you're trying to make excuses of why he said what
He's
he
not
No,
said.
making
well, I'm not
excuses.
Ben
You're
is
finished
saying
asking a
that
speaking.
when
question.
Like,
Ben
stop
gets
Literally
playing
not
mad,
these
he
finished
says the
speaking.
N
semantic
So you
word.
didn't hear
games.
my
You're
Stop playing
full
these
asking
point.
games and thinking
how,
that
and
people are
he's saying
stupid.
how.
Wait, guys, can we
The
You're
speak one
thing
at a
saying,
time,
is,
how is this
please?
possible? And he's saying how, and then you're getting mad at him, not even
Can
letting
we
him
can
When
we
finish.
Ben gets
speak
exactly,
one at
mad,
a
like
he
you guys
says
time?
the
just
N
cut
word.
me off at
Ben, are
every
you saying when
second
you
you
get
got.
mad, you say the N word?
Did he say
No, I
that?
don't say that, but I'm
No,
saying
but we
is
need to
like,
know.
let's
And
say,
everything,
okay, I
no, we
can't
need to
even
know.
speak.
Is there
Holy
a
shit.
possibility? Is there a possibility that you'll say it?
And you're saying you knock out white boys, buddy. Get with me in the ring, buddy boy. You're probably like
Oh my
You
5'6".
God.
okay,
Answer his
brother?
question.
You
Okay,
missed the whole thing. Answer the
okay. Well,
question. When you
he
get
cut me
mad, do you
off,
say
so
the
I
N
gotta
word?
I gotta
When
finish
you
off
get
my
mad, do
initial
you say the
point.
N word?
Okay,
No,
guys,
I
can
don't
we
say the N
speak one
word.
at a time,
You don't?
please?
Why don't you say it when you get
Watermelon
mad?
felon and the N word have a crazy difference. All right, buddy boy.
No, it's the
All
same
right. So
shit.
here's
It's
the
the
It
same
thing is,
shit.
basically means the same
okay,
shit.
I
It
can't even
literally
speak.
means it.
God.
So Ben, again, why don't you say it then? Why don't you say when you get angry? Why don't you say watermelon felon when you get angry or whatever, racial slurs,
Because
whatever,
he knows it's
anything?
wrong. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, let's say, right, I get angry, right, and
You're
I call
making
like a brown.
excuses,
I
dude. You're
can't
like
even
20
speak.
years old. You're
Holy
making
shit.
excuses for a 50-year-old piece of shit.
Wait,
Facts.
user, could we just let him just, if you give them
Yeah,
enough
you
rope, they'll just, let's
uneducated. Oh
speak.
my god, you
No,
joke of a
Yeah,
speak,
human.
but
Ben.
May, he hasn't really said much at all, but let's go ahead and let him say
Because he's
something.
only
Go
been
ahead.
able to speak
I
in
mean, I'm
2
trying to
second
say it if you
intervals.
guys don't cut me off every 5 seconds.
Quickly.
Now the thing is, like, let's say if I get angry, right? I'm not a racist person, but let's say it's like a brown boy, I call him a curry muncher. That doesn't make me racist. You get what I'm saying?
It
I can just
does.
say it out of pure anger,
It
frustration,
No,
makes you
no,
arrogant.
and
It makes you
this
Do
guy's
you
trying to
though?
make a
No, do you
less.
though?
correlation of that with the N word. Watermelon felon and the
Do
N
you
word
do
are
that
not in the
though?
same
Do you
bracket.
Ben? Do you say that though? Do you say curry
He
We're
muncher
literally
to your
not
said
brown
talking
friend?
about
it.
me though. We're talking about
When
the
you get no, yeah,
individual in
we're
the
talking
prompt.
about you. We're talking about you. So when you
Well, you
get
don't
mad at
gotta
a
know
say a
about me,
brown person,
buddy.
do you call him a curry muncher?
If I get angry, hell yeah. I call him a
There you
curry
go. So
muncher.
you're a
Yeah.
racist.
Oh,
I'm not
Exactly.
racist.
Like, that's
There
your
you go.
character. That is
Yeah,
your
that's your
character.
character.
Like,
What stops you from saying the N word, but you say curry muncher?
No,
What's
no,
going
because
to
the
see,
excuse
N
you
white
word
there?
people
is
are
like
actually
you can't be saying the
hilarious.
N word.
Why? Because it's you know what it is.
It's
It's
just
like with every
blatantly
racist.
racist, bro. It
Every
really offends
racist
people.
hates being called a
Watermelon
racist.
felon and the N word are in two different brackets. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, two different
And
brackets.
this guy right
who
here,
studied this?
Bro's got a PhD in
the point
racism,
I'm trying to
bro.
make is the guy who's gone through as much as he's gone through. Obviously, I don't condone anything he said, but you get what I'm saying. The frustration builds up, and you say things that don't make you racist. You can just say stuff that
Well,
are
maybe if
empty
he
words.
didn't
You get what I'm
raise his
saying?
children to be thugs and
But
go
why
and
do you have
attack
such a
people.
strong opinion about this? Are you Mexican? Are
Yeah,
you what
because
are
no,
you?
because he raised his children to be
Has
thugs and
ICE like
race.
picked up your
Are you
family
not
or
used to
something?
black people sounding like that? That just shows within itself. You are very
Did
anti-black
he
and
just
racist.
say, are you Mexican? Are you something about ice? Like, what is it
Yeah,
with
he
white
also
people?
called me
Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I
uneducated. He also
swear
called
that
me
why do
black
you have such
people
a
uneducated.
hate
strong
out.
opinion about this and hate white people? What's up?
I
Something's
don't
happened to
hate
you.
white people. White
Nobody
doesn't
said
user,
they
exist,
hate
bro.
you
anybody.
don't
Like,
hate
what?
white
I
people,
don't
bro.
acknowledge whiteness. Whiteness doesn't exist.
Okay,
Bro,
fair.
your lineage,
But you speak
your
English
earliest
though.
ancestor came here because of
oh,
a potato
DJ,
You speak
famine,
English
bro.
though.
Cause of
please,
what? Cause of what?
Because of a
we
potato
speak
famine.
English,
So hold on, everybody. Hold
apparently.
Buddy,
on,
I'm
You
everybody.
speak
Armenian,
English
And
buddy.
by the
though.
way,
We
Hold
you
came
said
here
I
on,
was
very
everybody.
unopened.
uneducated,
Give me
bro.
one second. Give me one second,
Did
guys.
you
Give me one
graduate high
second.
school?
Hold up, user. Hold up, user. Hold up. I'm gonna get to y'all. DJ, you haven't really chimed in.
Yeah, what up,
You,
y'all?
I'm giving you 30 30 seconds, man. Tell me,
Bro,
first thing,
the framing of this is kind of bullshit. Like,
the framing of it is bullshit. How?
if somebody kills your son, you're allowed to call them a slur of whatever race they are, bro. That's just it.
Wait, so DJ,
That's not
wait. Let me
racist.
talk to DJ for a second. So DJ, I'm not. Listen, I'm not the police. I don't make the rules. Like I can't control what people say. So of course he's allowed to say whatever he wants. But
Well,
I'm
you're like,
allowed.
it's
I'm
acting like it's 2020
DJ.
cancel culture.
I
Oh my
am
god,
not
racism,
finished.
bro.
I'm not finished. So you're allowed to say whatever you want, and I'm allowed, after hearing that, to say, oh, that's how you always felt. You just racist, right?
I was muted.
Right. You're right.
Um,
And everyone's sitting on here
yeah.
acting like
everyone's sitting on here acting like this is the first time he ever went on a racist rant. You know he went on a racist rant before.
Yeah, he taught his kids. He's taught his kids these
He
things,
taught it
and
like literally. They're
that's why.
racist.
That's
And
why
then
he's
you said,
done.
wait 1 second. And then you said, someone said, oh, but he didn't say the N-word. If you watch the whole clip, he was about to say the N-word.
Yeah,
He
And
but
literally
like,
said, ooh.
Really?
you don't
He
think
said,
he raised
You
his
live in his
sons with
head?
this hate, and then these kids thought that they had
if you watch the
authority over this
video, you
other
can
student.
hear him almost saying the N-word. You hear
Really?
it.
Yeah,
And then
in
he goes,
fact, the parents are
oh.
the reason behind this entire tragedy. That's what it is. The
Wait,
parents
guys,
are.
sorry, they keep saying that the video is AI. No, the lady that interviewed him literally co-tweeted a tweet and said it's not AI and he's been taken out of context, which is not a lie, because if you speak like that, that's how you feel. You
I
can't
mean,
take someone like that out of
I played
context.
the full
Okay,
thing
the dad
earlier.
probably is.
I played like 8 minutes of the
He
video
probably is a
earlier.
little
All that
racist,
isn't
but like
AI.
everybody's a
The
little
shit was
racist.
real.
Oh, you don't even need to
That's
play
why
the
I hate
video.
Okay, so
AI.
The
you
lady
guys
that
think it was
wait, guys,
justified what
wait, hold
Carmelo
on. The
Anthony
guy
did to
that
Austin
wait,
Metcalf?
can you please, Ben, be quiet. The woman that interviewed him literally confirmed that it was real. It's not AI. She
Why
confirmed
do you
it.
saying? Why do you keep saying the interview? This was a video. This was when he was on live.
Oh no, he was being interviewed by someone.
Carmelo should have got the injection.
Oh, I thought he was on live because he was on live. Like
Who said that, bro?
you could see where he where the timestamp.
Yeah, he must have been alive, but he was also being interviewed. So that's why the lady was able to confirm that it was real, because she was trying to justify what he was saying by saying that it was real, that the video was not AI. It kind of proved everybody's point. It is a real video.
Yeah.
It's
So
definitely a real video,
let me get to
and he's
Tyler real
definitely a real
fast.
racist.
Yeah, I agree with that also. But Tyler, if you I don't know if you've been listening, man. Do you believe that a non-racist person can be made to go on a racist tirade because people were mean to him on the internet? Do you believe that?
I feel like someone could become racist due to the fact on the internet, due to the fact this the society. So if you're surrounded by people that are making racist remarks towards a group of individuals, that goes with white, black, Asian, any other minority groups, they will inherently over time become racist towards them because the people they're surrounding with, they're there every single day.
Wait, so okay, I need you to lock in, brother. Again, I'm asking if you're a person who
Sounds to
isn't
me.
racist, if you aren't racist, if you don't believe these things, you don't believe these terrible things about races of people, but that race of people is mean to you on the internet. Does that all of a sudden transform you to be like, you know what, I do believe that now? Is that how that works?
I don't think so. I think it's inherently like what you see like what you see as a person, your point of view, what you're seeing.
No, that makes no sense because you're basically like that makes no sense at all. Please make it make sense.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Like, if you're a person, listen, I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm on the internet on this app more than I probably should be. And I've heard motherfuckers calling me N-word, 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 monkey, chimping out. I hear all
I've
this
heard
racial
black people
animosity.
call people the hard R
I
on
need you to
this
be quiet.
app.
I need you to be quiet for 1 second. So I'm hearing all this racial antagonism from white people on this app all the time. I'm just using me as an example for the sake of conversation. You know what? I've never responded to any of those people being racist to me with racism. I never heard them say N-word, 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 and then replied cracker, cracker, cracker. I don't do
What are you?
that because I'm not racist. Okay.
What? So, what are you saying? That man doesn't have the same character as you, or that he's just like
Correct. We don't have the
right?
same character because I'm not
Okay.
racist. Racism is a character flaw. Racism is an issue within you. That's a character flaw. If you can believe these racist ideas, I think that there's something wrong with you and something wrong with your character.
But
Even
those are
if
two
you're
different
only doing
things,
it
right?
because people made you mad, I think that actually kind of makes it worse because that means you're faking and pretending when you're around people, but you really have secret animosity within yourself.
Okay.
So
I
I don't think
understand.
that this comes out of nowhere. I don't think that these racial comments comes out of nowhere. I don't believe that this guy just loved black people and didn't have any issues with the blacks until people started being mean to him online. I don't believe that.
Well, I understand your perspective. Are
Kenny,
you open to
Kenny,
seeing it
Kenny, it's
differently?
literally not true because this is not the first time he's been racist online. Like this man is a racist. What don't y'all understand?
What are we?
You don't just become racist because you're upset, and then not even become
That's
racist.
what we
He
was
was
just
saying
talking about.
such. He was saying such. I know. He was saying such volatile things, and I'm like, I don't understand. So this whole excuse that you white people keep making about,
You
oh,
white people
if
sounds
somebody,
racist
I
already.
said white
Let her
Exactly.
finish.
tea.
It does sound a
Shut
little
up,
racist.
bro.
Nah,
But white
exactly.
tea's different than white.
Let her
White tea's
finish.
This
Let
different.
her
whole,
finish. Let her
Just
finish.
let the
Let her
racist finish.
finish, but when someone else speaks, you don't
Will,
let them
just
finish.
1 second,
I
bro.
got you.
Like, goodness, have some self control. It's not that serious. Anyways, like
Uh,
I was saying, this whole racist justification y'all keep giving to this man because his son was unalived is not the case.
well, if you
It's
have a
Oh,
son,
debunked.
it's
then
not
I
the
think you
case.
would
Okay.
understand.
It's not the case.
Oh, it's
So
not
I
the
now
mean,
that's
case.
the
Okay.
excuse.
I mean,
to
like,
be clear, I
emotionally,
think
the
I'm
the
guy's
guy's
talking
going
with
through
like
a
capable.
low
lot.
IQ cucks right now, bro. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all are a joke.
Yeah,
Okay,
goodbye.
Ben.
Goodbye.
To be
And
But
clear,
he said
I do
nothing at
believe the
all.
guy is.
While he was up here, said
right,
nothing at
He's
all.
right.
going through a lot. The guy's going through a lot. His son
Oh,
died.
Tyler, are you slow? Do you not know how to
Are
comprehend what's coming out
you
of my
an
mouth?
angry animal
This
right
is
now?
not the first time he has been racist online. And he went on a racist rant before his son got unalived. Go look it up.
Start.
So
You're getting
so
angry. Calm
so
down.
what was the problem then?
Lower your voice.
She's
So what
Yeah,
was
passionate.
the
see
Just be
this
problem
quiet.
video.
then?
I'm gonna look this up. I want to see this actually. Let me see.
And we're not saying that this is the first time or even the second time. We're just acknowledging it in this video. You know what I mean? Because we just recently just picked this up, and this is the topic of the
Yeah.
live. So
Yeah, and that's what we're getting at anyway. Like this is just further proof that he always was like this. This is not like a new thing that just sprouted out of nowhere. Like this is something that's been in him because that's how it works. People don't just transform and become like these ideas don't just beam into your head when you have one bad experience or like people are talking trash to you on the internet. The people talk trash to me all the time on here. People say you're N-word, you're low IQ, you're
Did
all
your
this
son
stuff.
get stabbed in the heart and
we're not. Can
saying that
you
your son
watch
should
your?
go to hell? And
Please
well, if you're going to
watch.
try to compare
Please
the
watch
two,
what you're
then
saying. Just
they should
watch
be
what
kind
you're
of like.
saying.
Oh, I got you.
Will,
I got you.
Will,
Thank you.
Was your son
listen.
unalived by
Wait,
somebody, and are
Will.
they making fun of your son and you? Is that what's
So
going?
are
Are
you
those
saying? Wait,
two
Will, are
equal?
you saying that that's
I'm
what
not
made the
saying that. No,
difference?
but I'm saying that if you're going to make a comparison, at least make it
Yeah. So,
equal. Like
oh,
you're
okay.
saying,
You
well,
also
this
gotta
is
hear on
I'm
both
wait.
sides of
I'm
how
glad you
that
do this.
happens.
I'm glad y'all doing this because what I love about when you people make comparisons is when people say that's not the same thing. I love when people do that because you don't know how comparisons work. When you're comparing
Bro,
two
you said you
things,
people.
Tyler, shut the fuck up. When you're comparing two things,
No.
typically, no, okay, I'm gonna shut you up permanently then. When you're comparing two things, you're usually comparing two things that are different from each other. You're comparing how they're similar. You don't compare the same thing to itself. There's no point in doing that. You're comparing two different concepts and lining out the ways that they're similar. So no, it doesn't have to be the exact same. My son doesn't have to literally lose his life for me to compare one person going through racial antagonism, another person going through racial antagonism, and those two people reacting to it in completely different ways. That the comparison still stands. I don't have to lose my son don't have to lose his life for me to make that comparison. Stop this. This is not the same shit. I hate when people do that. So again, I'll ask you if people can go through all these this racial antagonism online and real life and they never react with racial antagonism back because they're not racist, how can other people who claim that they're not racist do that and react back with racial antagonism? How can you claim to not be racist and then espouse racist ideas when you get
Didn't
mad.
say any of that. Didn't say a single one of
And
those
how
things.
can you
You show
and how
your
can you
true
say this is
colors.
not about race and then continue to go on and talk about black mothers and EBT like
Exactly.
Racist. Totally
like
racist. Totally racist.
what? I don't get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Totally
we're
racist.
we're only harping on the watermelon felon thing because it's kind of funny and it rhymes. But he said a bunch of other shit too. Like he was talking about how black people, you know, we always blaming the white man, and like he was talking crazy in that video.
If anything, black people don't blame the white man enough.
White people blame white people. What the hell?
He was saying that the Carmelo's dad was a B word and he raised the B word. He literally said, "I hope he enjoyed that first night in jail because he's gonna have a lot of nights to think about what he did." Imagine if Carmelo's parents was like, "I hope your son enjoys the dirt." Imagine how the outrage. People would be like, "Yo, bro, that's so insensitive. What's the point? He's a child. Why are you bringing him in? Why are you calling a child the B word? Like, what are we talking about?"
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Jeff
Hold on, his
Metcalf
parents
is a
didn't even
wigger.
show up to the trial for their son. What are you talking about?
What do you mean they didn't show up to
This is
the
what I
trial
mean
for
by.
his son?
Do you see
They
how
didn't
people are
even
like?
show
I
up.
think it was just a.
What does that
spreading
even?
For the
misinformation.
They didn't
sentencing.
show
They
up for
didn't
the
even show up
It
for
was
the
sentencing.
just
sentencing.
sentencing.
It was
What
not
was
the
I
trial.
even talking?
I have a
What did
question.
you? What are
Wait,
you?
hold up.
Like, are
We're
you
gonna
dumb?
have an order
Well,
here.
you just don't know what to say.
We're gonna have an order here. Okay, we're gonna have order. So I think Playbox was first, if I'm remembering correctly. Playbox. All right.
My I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
My question is this, right? How long does this man has to go through antagonizing,
What's your race?
disrespect? Oh my God!
What's
See,
your
y'all
race?
make it about race. Why is it about
No.
race
What
right
is
now?
your age and your race? What's your age and your
Yeah,
race?
why is it about
Why?
race, bro?
That's what
People
I'm
died.
saying.
It
Like
doesn't
that's
matter.
crazy.
Y'all need
They
to
they
be
talk about
quiet.
white
Y'all need to
people
be
make
quiet.
everything
It
about
doesn't
race, and
matter
this is the
who died. It
first
Order.
thing
doesn't
they
matter
do.
what race they
Be
are. They
Order.
quiet,
died,
David.
bro.
Be quiet, David.
Order. Order.
What
Order.
race and your age? Playbox.
Just answer it real quick so you
Playbox,
can
just
continue what
answer
you're
it.
saying.
Like the freak.
It's literally for TikTok, so
It
just
take
answer
one.
it
It takes 1 second, bro. Just say it so you can say what you're trying to say.
or just drop them because they don't know how to
Muted me.
reply.
Okay, got you. All right. So my thing
Your
is
I
race.
can
this.
go next.
Oh my God.
Your race and your age. What's how so hard?
I was just say my race. Y'all must have muted me because y'all so power
Yeah,
trip.
I
That's I
muted
said
you.
my race
I
and my
muted
age.
you.
I
Yes, I
said
muted.
I'm black 45. I said that. I must have been muted because y'all
Yes, I
just like to
muted you.
press that button for whatever reason.
I'm about to
I
do
don't
it
know.
again if you don't
I
relax.
really don't
So,
care, bro. You only got
okay.
like.
All right. Goodbye. Why are you here then? Fuck nigga.
You're
All right. Go ahead,
45,
security.
but
Like,
You seen that
Go
hat?
ahead, security. Security going once. Security
Yeah,
going twice.
I'm right here.
All right. Go ahead. Do you believe that a person can turn racist because people are mean to them online?
No, but I do believe a lot of social media people are using anti-blackness to get a following. That's an actual thing.
Go deeper.
And well, I don't want to divert from the original conversation, but if you look at all the major streamers on the right, they start anti-blackness and then they try to divert to something else once they get a following. But like I said, I don't want to divert from the original conversation.
I got you. All right, Davian, you want to jump in and answer that question I asked him?
Okay, so I was gonna say I definitely don't think what he said was right, but I think since all the emotion was going on, he probably, might have not meant it, or I mean, his son just died, so I think a lot of emotion definitely dealt with what he said, but it's still not
Yes.
right what he said.
So you think he became racist by mistake? Like he like slipped on a
No,
banana
I
peel and
mean,
it
he
became
said,
racist?
there's a difference between saying a single slur and being racist. I don't think because he said that makes him racist.
Well, I think if you go on a tirade about how black people are on EBT and they're always blaming the white man and calling the dude a literal watermelon felon, like I think that's not just a slip up. Like I think that's indicative of a worldview. But Black Raven, I see your hand. Go ahead.
Okay, so Cyrus, the situation with that and the mother, right? and basically the jury basically called him. They said they passed the verdict. What happened? They basically didn't give him justice. That's basically a short story, real quick. So didn't give him justice. But the mom, did she go on a racist rant? Did every other black person go on a racist rant when we got unalived in the last 2 years?
I mean, I've seen that. I've seen that happen. But the thing is, where was his mom at when he was at the convenience store and he had a loaded gun?
Hold up, David. The conversation is not about Cyrus. She's using it as an example to talk about how.
Yeah, I'm just replying.
This example. Listen, man, brother, lock in, okay? The reason she brought that up is because other people have been in similar situations. Other people have had situations where their kids lost their lives and they may have been racially motivated. They've gone through situations where they've been antagonized racially and they didn't respond back with a racial tirade like this guy did. How do you do that if you're not racist?
Well, I've seen that happen, first of all. But second of all, I mean, I don't know why people are trying to act like he started the whole race thing. People were like,
Davian, again.
Wait, I've got a question. How old are you? Because you sound like a child. How old are you?
Oh, yeah, you do sound young. How old are you, bro?
I'm 18. Like, what?
Okay.
He is young. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'll keep you because you're still 18, but like if again, you're not keeping up. Like what I'm asking is if a person isn't racist, okay? Because you're saying you've seen it happen before. You've seen other racist people be racist. What I'm asking you is if a person is not racist, and we've seen situations where people have gone through the same situation, like similar at least to this Metcalf guy, and they didn't react with racial tirade. How can you claim that he wasn't just being racist at that point if other people have done the same thing and they didn't react that way?
I mean, I'm not saying what he said wasn't racist because it was racist, but I don't think that him being in that situation and saying that makes him fully racist.
Do you think? And again, for my ladies in here, we understand racism is deeper than this. We're doing this for the sake of conversation. Do you believe that believing in racist ideas make you racist?
What do you mean? Okay, so believing in racist ideas makes you racist?
Yeah, like if you believe that all black people are on EBT or all black people are lazy or all black people,
but he didn't. I don't think he didn't say all. I'm just.
I know, but I'm asking a question. I'm getting somewhere with this.
I do think if you believe in racist idea, it does make you partially racist.
It makes you partially racist. What makes you fully racist then?
I don't think it makes you fully racist because there's a difference between
he's asking. Listen. He's asking you what makes you fully racist. We're trying to see like how much brain cells you have left. Go ahead and answer.
Being fully racist is literally just hating on a different race for no reason at all.
So if you
that's literally the exact definition of being racist, but whatever.
It's really not. But
it's not. Okay,
it's not.
It's not.
He just got here to the planet, so
whatever.
Yeah, he just got here. If you believe racist things about people, that doesn't make you fully racist.
Devian, you still there?
Yeah, I don't think he is, man.
I said say that again.
If you believe.
Oh dang! You didn't
hear. She's just cutting out. I didn't.
I know. Obviously I went on T-cut. You have to be able to like use all of your brain cells. If you believe racist things about people, does that make you racist?
Yes.
Okay, so then Kenny just asked if you believe racist stereotypes or whatever. He literally just asked that same question and you said it makes you partially racist.
Bro, I have a question though. What majority of like what race like what was the racist things that he was saying again? Like, can you repeat that?
Watermelon felon.
Okay.
First of all, you do need to watch the video because
I watched the video. I know he said that, and then he said, baby mama's running around with EBT and a bunch of kids. I mean, I was gonna say what
thing. So what does that got to do with anything? Go ahead, David. My bad.
No, finish. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm just talking to myself. Go ahead.
All right, whatever. I was gonna say that like It's a comment. I mean, he's going through like emotional distress, and like he said before, he said that there's been people who have dealt with the same situation that haven't done that, but I've seen that happen plenty of
I mean,
times.
there's so much
Davion,
things that
Davion.
he could have said. Sorry, there's so many things he could have said. Like, he could have, I don't know, got attacked the parenting.
He did.
Like, do you know
He
what I
said
mean?
where
Like, there's
he
so
said in
many
that
He did,
things.
same
yeah.
exact interview, he said,
He did.
where were you at? Where were you
But
at when
then,
your son
no,
was
but like, I'm
sentencing?
talking of, yes, again, he could have just stuck to that and kept it pushing. He didn't need to go in a racist tirade.
So we can establish, because we speak in reality, right? And what we have to stop doing is giving people this. We have to stop debating whether or not he's racist. It's already completed. This man is racist. First, this is not the first time he's been on the internet being racist. Okay? And secondly, he's a racist, right? He obviously taught his racist son to be racist. And that's why his son thought he can go over there
How
and
did it?
tell.
Wait, tell me
Shut
how
up
his
for
son
one
was
second.
racist.
Shut up for 1 second.
All right,
And
okay.
then he obviously taught his racist son, his racist bully of a son, to go over there and mess with Carmelo.
He didn't go over there. He was inside his tent. He went inside
Wait,
his
hush,
tent.
hush, hush, hush. Carmelo was
Okay,
sitting
just
down, so
talk
he
over
went
me
over
again.
to him. Everybody has said he was the aggressor. Please stop.
Everyone said Austin was the aggressor?
Yes.
Now you're just saying stuff because literally in the trial, everyone,
Nobody's
black
saying
and
anything.
white, in the trial said that they tried to tell him to leave for 15 minutes and then he wouldn't leave and he was being the aggressor.
No, listen. You have to talk in reality, right? If I'm sitting in my car and someone comes up to my car and bothers me and
But
I
that's
start
your
getting,
car. He
wait,
wasn't
shut
in his
up,
car. He was
shut
in a different
up.
tent.
Okay, listen. If I'm sitting in Walmart and someone comes in Walmart and says, move out the aisle, get out the aisle, and I'm like, no, who's the aggressor? And that who's the aggressor? Who initiated contact?
You're painting two different situations. He wasn't in his tent. He wasn't
Wait
in
1
his tent.
second. Who initiated contact?
The person who told you to leave, but that's two completely different situations.
So then who would be the aggressor?
I just told you. But that's two different situations.
So then he was the aggressor. We both came to the conclusion. Let's walk ourselves through it. Like, let's walk. Let's do this walk situation.
You're not even letting me talk, but all right.
Go ahead. You're acting
all right,
slow.
So if this was such a big of a deal, then why didn't he just walk away?
Wait. Now you're changed. See, this is what I mean. This is why I hate arguing with
you
low
can't
IQ.
even answer the question. You can't even answer the question.
I can answer the question, but you just moved the goalpost. First, we're talking about the aggressor, and then now you're talking about why didn't he just walk away?
You just bring that up. He wasn't the aggressor. I already told you that. There was plenty of people who said.
No, we just came to the conclusion that he was the aggressor. We both came to the conclusion together.
No, we didn't. You just
did.
said something about Walmart that completed the situation. What are you talking about? He went to the other side of the tent uninvited, which was already told inside the trial on the documents. No one invited him. The person who supposedly invited him wasn't even his friend. He didn't even know him. It is true. You have to watch and listen.
Hold on, y'all. Let's get to the next people because.
Oh wait, Kenny, can I just say this? And then I'm gonna mute up.
All right,
you just lied because when the person that invited him, he went on the stand and said he did not know him, and
That's what I just said.
And then shut up so I can finish. And then the person that said he didn't know him got showed video and pictures of them together, and then he was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, because he knew his girlfriend. He knew his girlfriend.
He was invited
so obviously,
to shut up for one moment. He was invited to his grandmother's birthday, bro. He knew him. He was obviously lying. Anyways, Kenny,
I just told you if he was friends with his girlfriend.
We're not going to go any farther in this, okay? Because I got to get to the next
I didn't get a single chance to talk and reply to what you said.
I've been going back and forth for a little while, bro. Let's go.
She was interrupting me the whole time. I didn't get a single chance to talk. She was over here talking about Walmart, this, and that.
Okay,
if you came up to me in my car.
Davian, I got it. But we got to get to the other people, okay? So this name is crazy, by the way. Ass Eater, do you have something you want to add to this?
It's how you said it.
I don't really got... I'm just gonna say right now, Muzzy is just speaking out of her ass right now.
What I'm saying, bro, just speaking out of her ass, bro.
She's just saying a bunch of BS that's not even true. Like there's
straight yapping, bro.
Like there's
I love how y'all all came up here to talk about me.
Wait. Let's
bro,
redirect.
Nobody cares about you. What are you talking about, bro?
Wait.
Really am the moment.
Yeah, let me redirect this because I'm talking about a very specific thing. Y'all going over the details of the case now, and I actually prefer we not do that because I was wanting to have this conversation about the talking point that the only reason he's reacting in this racist way is because he's mourning and he lost his son and people are being mean to him on the internet. And I'm trying to have the conversation of whether a person who isn't racist can start using racial stereotypes and epithets because they're mad at the situation. Like Nick, ass eater, can you tell me? Can you transform into a racist if you aren't racist?
No, you can't.
Well, ass eater, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just like, no, you can't. You can't do that.
Yeah, because what I'm hearing from the streets is telling me that the only reason he's up here saying he's a watermelon felon is because he's so sad because his son lost his life and people are being mean to him and calling him names on the internet. And I'm trying to understand, like, how in the world can you, like, if you don't believe these racist ideas, how can you just, all of a sudden start using these racist ideas if you weren't a racist to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah, but thanks to you guys for not adding anything. All right, let me get to the next person. To Jay Sports.
They're just slow.
Yo, what up, Kenny? How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Jay?
So, can I ask you a question about what you're talking about? You're talking about him making a racist comment, correct?
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that it's right, but you got to look at it at both sides too. What about all the people calling his kid peppermints and fertilizer and magnet food? That's okay though. Like you can't get at this man who wasn't able to speak because there was a gag order on him. But all these other people are talking about his unalive son and making these comments and not condone their behavior. Like, you know what I mean? It's got to be both ways. Let's not look at it at one side of the glass.
It's not just the black community making those remarks. It's also other whitey people making those remarks about his whitey son.
And there are other BLK members that are calling his kid maggot food and peppermints and making white comments at him. What about a good cracker is an unalive cracker? That's appropriate?
That's one guy, bro. Like,
brother, it's so what? And Jeff Metcalf is one guy.
Okay, so hold on, Jay. Hold on, whoever the fuck that is. Hold on. Because, again, and I keep bringing this up because it's the easiest thing for me to illustrate to people. When I come on here, and I know it's not the same before, I know you people are going to fucking jump on me, but just walk with me here, okay? I hear people on here calling me the N-word, calling me a chimp, calling me low IQ over and over again. N-word, 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 N-word. And I've never thought in my mind to respond back to them, cracker, 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 cracker.
Well, that's just you. There's been plenty of other people who have.
Okay,
that's just
thank you. Because my character is that I'm not a racist. So I'm not going to respond to racism back with racism. Okay. If you're a person who's supposed to be not racist, how can you have it in your mind to react to somebody?
Can I respond to that? So you're categorizing every white person as what Jeff Metcalf said, right?
No, I'm talking about him in particular. The broader conversation is more about just this idea that, like, it's understandable that he responded with a racist tirade because he's mad because people are being racist to him online. And I don't think it works that way.
No, it's not even that. You're missing the point. The man wasn't allowed to speak. There was a gag order on him.
Yeah, bro.
Where he couldn't speak.
Who cares?
What do you mean, who cares?
Who cares? Who cares? I don't care if he wasn't allowed to talk for a long time.
So it's okay for a black man to pee on his grave.
I don't care if he wasn't allowed to talk for a long time. If the thing he decides to say when he finally starts to talk is that black people are on EBT and they're lazy and they watermelon felon.
That was like a minute portion of the
shut
video.
the fuck up.
We're not talking to you.
Shut the fuck up, okay? Like him being able to talk for a long time doesn't matter if the thing he decides to say when he finally is able to start talking is a racial tirade. I'm sorry, a person who isn't racist isn't going to choose the first thing he's finally able to say as racial epithets about black people. Like, are we dead ass?
I have a question. Let me say something real quick.
Go
So
ahead.
that's the only thing he said the whole entire video. So
No, it's a 3 hour video.
the
It's a
main thing he
3 hour
was
video.
saying, the main thing he was saying was just straight racist stuff. Is what you're saying right now?
It's a 3 hour video, brother. Like he
Yeah, and
didn't
like
he
a
didn't say
2 minute
watermelon
portion,
fell in for 3 hours.
a
No.
2 minute portion. That's what he said.
You need
Wait,
to
so
go
it's
watch
not
that.
racist because it's not the whole
That's
video? Is
not
that
what
the
I
point
said.
you're
I'm
making?
just saying you're painting a picture, making it seem like that whole video, all he was saying is just straight racist stuff.
No, that's not the picture I'm painting. I'm just
All right.
repeating the words he was using. I'm sorry if the words he was
That's the
using
thing.
was
The only
racist.
words you're repeating are the racist words that he said, not everything else.
Do you want me to repeat back 3 hours worth of video, brother?
No,
Are
there's
you
not
being
3 hours,
serious
but
right
there's
now?
stuff that he said that was definitely important, not racist, like how his parents weren't even there at his
Yeah,
sentencing.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry.
Exactly.
I'm
That's exactly.
sorry.
Yeah, you're proving my point. You're just saying this.
Yeah, I don't care. Sorry, I don't care. Like I personally, I don't care about this case. Period. Really, the problem I'm having is with the logic people are using. The people are using this logic of it's okay to say rape, or I understand him going on a racist tirade because he lost his son and people are antagonizing him online. I'm sorry. I think that makes you racist. If you have it in you to be racist when people make you mad, it's because you were already racist to begin with. I don't give a fuck if you spent another 3 hours talking about rainbows and dogs walking around in the park. If you spent another 2 minutes of that saying black people are on EBT and welfare, like, excuse the fuck out of me if I don't give a fuck about all that stuff, like because of the racist shit he said. Excuse me, but
I want to say
So
something.
you
Real
don't
quick.
believe that
Hold
when
on,
people are
Papa. Hold
hurt
on.
or angry
hold on,
that
hold on,
they'll
hold on,
say
Papa.
things?
Hold on, I'm gonna pass it to. Go ahead, Black Raven.
Okay, I genuinely think like this is what I genuinely think. I think okay, this is just off topic a little bit. Is that okay,
Go ahead.
Kenny? Okay, I genuinely think people that are okay with PD3 is okay with racism. I'm really co-signing on both ends put
That
together.
has like zero correlation. What the fuck
Just
are
be
you even talking
quiet.
about?
You don't understand what's going
What?
on here. You just
Wait,
got
Davian.
you're 18 years. You just got
She's about
18.
to explain the correlation. Go
What
ahead.
I'm talking about. Anywho, so like the behaviors, of the I don't really want to say too much on TikTok, but this is really a topic I'm gonna bring up to you, Kenny, in the back end. But this is the correlation is deep and it coincides together. Go ahead. Go
All
back
right,
with
I'm gonna pass it to Papa real quick. What you about to say, brother? Papa going once.
Hey,
All right, go
all
ahead.
right, thank you. You said I was a problem.
No,
No,
I
I
didn't.
don't think either one of these kids were racist. I don't think it had anything to do with it.
Wait,
But
we're not talking about the
as
kids.
far as
Wait. Have you seen this
yeah,
video?
I'm talking about the kids. I
Wait,
think that people
no,
jumping in has made
Papa.
it about race.
We're not talking about the kids. We're talking about his dad right now. Did you see the video that his dad made?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
But
because
you got
the video
brother.
that in his the video that the dad made, he said some very clearly racial comments.
He did. He did.
So,
He
like,
did. And when people are hurt and angry,
you
say
show your
things
true
they don't
colors.
mean. You
You
know.
show your true colors.
No,
There's no
Say
such
what
well,
it is.
thing as
I
What?
mean,
saying
Say
things
what
that
it
they
hey,
is.
don't
we don't
mean.
know.
Yo, let
It
him
could
talk,
be
bro.
his true. It could be his true colors, but you don't know that. Haven't you said things you don't mean before?
I like
I
that.
think everybody here. You got a wife, you got a brother, you
Never
got a sister you
racially.
argue with.
Never
What?
about what somebody looks
Papa.
Yeah,
like. Never
exactly.
racially.
That's
Never.
just you. That's
So
just
No
you.
Papa.
matter.
That's your characters, Papa. That's your
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on,
character.
y'all. Wait, hold on,
Huh?
So
y'all. Hold on, y'all. No matter how you try to
That's my
fricassee
character.
no matter how you try to fricassee or fry that
I
situation, it ain't no such thing as saying something that you don't mean. If I was to get into an argument with my girlfriend and tell her, "Shut the fuck up, you broke ass bitch," I already was feeling that way. It just came up through
exactly.
anger. It came up through anger. Anger lets
Nope.
out. That's just like people saying, "Oh, I was drunk." That's not an excuse. Drunk minds speak sober thoughts all the times. You cannot blame we all keep taking the accountability away, and I'm not understanding why.
Yeah.
I would
I don't
even
believe
say,
that either. Oh,
oh,
go
my
ahead.
bad.
Go ahead.
So I would say that even if you follow the logic that, yeah, we don't know what this man is thinking, it is logical to assume that black people aren't safe around him and his family
because of the racist things that he said before. If he's saying it now and he's comfortable saying it online, he's probably said it before. And it's logical to assume these things, right?
That shit don't happen overnight. That shit been in him.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. They keep trying to frame it like, oh, it's illogical because you don't know what he's thinking. Yeah, that's part of logic. But another part of logic is asserting that actions don't just happen out of the whim. Like if I'm going to do something extreme and I'm going to do it comfortably, it's probably more than likely because I've done it before.
Yeah, and it's like what she said, bro. If you get mad and you decide to say mean things to the other person, those mean things are coming from somewhere. You're not making it up out of thin air. If you call your wife a fat bitch, it's because you were feeling that she was a fat bitch the whole time. You're not just saying that because you're mad. You really believe that. It's just finally coming out because you feel like you got a good reason to explain it that way.
And with the
This is
and
true.
with the racist stuff, y'all, like you can't say, oh, that just, like, it just came up out of anger, who up the bam, with a child going to school calling another black child an n-word. It didn't come out of nowhere. That's what they was taught. That's what they learned at home. You're not born with that. You're not born with none of this. No racism, no thought, no opinion. You're not born with any of this. You just born learning how to drink, swallow, and all of that shit. Like you don't know none of this until it's instilled into you.
I think also that racist people and people that
I got a question for Sosa. Is racism just one way?
No,
well,
no, it
Because
is
you're
not.
really pointing it out as if like we're the bad people
Hold
in the
on,
world, and it's
hold
poor
on.
pity you. That's
How
how I
how
feel.
about
You
how
guys
look?
created
Okay,
race,
so
the concept
Oh,
of
we
race. You guys
created it. Yeah, okay. Another one
yes,
that wants to talk.
yes.
Hey, sweetheart, I can get your account taken down for the misinformation you've been spewing on here, so
I
I
don't
would
give a
watch your fucking
damn.
mouth.
I don't give a
Wait,
damn
I
because
know
you
you
came
don't
up here
care.
with
You're a
you came
BLM
up here
monkey. No
with
one gives a
plenty of
fuck.
whoa,
I'll
whoa,
misinformation.
say,
whoa,
You
whoa.
came up here with a lot of
He just said.
misinformation and
He just
racism.
said.
So
Hold
be
up, Jay.
quiet.
Did y'all hear what he just said?
Wait.
yeah,
So
he
Jay,
just called
I
her a
know you
monkey.
want
That's crazy.
to. Yeah,
He just
that's
called
a
her a
crazy
monkey.
statement. I'm a just we
Y'all
listen,
don't
Jay.
Let's just ignore it.
just
Let's
don't
just
do
ignore
that.
it because I'm the racist
Yeah,
one though, right? Let's just ignore
yeah.
it.
Well,
But
you
look,
know,
Jay, hold up,
somebody
Papa.
said
you're sitting here
Hold
crying
up,
and
Papa.
calling this kid a
Hold
king
up.
when he.
Hold up. I'm talking now. So we're hold up, not yet. They restricted you, Jay, but I'm gonna let you stay because I'm actually gonna be ending this soon. But like the thing is, we're not. This isn't a thing about white people in general. I'm laser focusing on this pudgy guy in particular, and using him as a vehicle to have a conversation about people's character, about whether a person can not be a non-racist and then say racist things when they get mad, because I don't believe you can. I don't believe a non-racist slips on a banana peel because they got mad and start saying racist shit. I think that that's something that's in you already. I think you already thought these thoughts and it finally came out because you got angry. Now, I don't think that it's made up or you're just saying it because you're mad. I don't think that's a real thing. It's just like the old girl said earlier, when you get drunk, people are like, I didn't mean that. I was just drunk. When you drunk, your inhibitions are gone, which means it's harder for you to control what you're saying. So you're saying the first thing that's in the top of your head. It's not fake. It's not made up. You really are thinking these things. It's just you don't have the filter anymore. So like if a person is not racist, you're not going to have racist things coming out of their mouth. If a person is racist who's been hiding it, they'll finally slip out the racist things afterward. Especially, and this guy isn't even under the influence. He just finally has the chance to speak out legally because he already won the case. If he was, while the case was still going on, he was pretending like he wanted it all to be peace and love and I care about everybody. You think people wasn't talking shit to him back then? You thought people weren't being antagonistic to him back then? But he knew it looked better for him in the public eye and to the potential court, that he reached an olive branch out and he said, I want to pray with the other family. That looked better for you in your court case than, saying what you really want to say. So like when he finally got the chance to finally say what he really wanted to say, what came out is racist shit. I don't think that's on accident. I don't think that that's just coming up now. I think he always had that in him.
I think they think that we're children. They really think black people are
Well,
dumb. Like you really do, because we've been dealing with
I think
this for a
everybody's
very
a little
long time.
biased, don't you?
No, that's your
No,
character.
Yeah, they are. Y'all biased. I'm biased.
Don't
I'm
project
60
that.
years old.
I'm not
I've
biased,
changed.
brother.
You know how
I'm
many
not
times I've changed my opinion over the 60 years?
Papa. Let me tell you again, and I'm not even as like radical as I got some ways to go when it comes to issues and like black issues or whatever. But like I'm like soft with you people. I know people like Black Raven and in the circles that they go hard on people like y'all. I try to give you a little bit of a chance, but but that's because like I'm not racist. I don't have a issue with other races of people. And even when they're being racist to me, even when they're calling me the N word and saying all
Whole
this stuff,
time, whole time. You can't even be racist, but you can be racially biased. But
right?
like,
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't even
Everybody's a
do
little
that.
biased.
okay,
I
but
don't
you
even
don't
do
know
that.
words, so please stop it.
Yeah, I
Y'all
don't
like
even
to
do
yell, black
I've been
people
here
are
a lot
racist and
longer than
don't know
y'all
how to
have,
use the correct
and
words.
I
Don't
know
know how
how
to use
all
the
people
correct
are.
words. You
Everybody's
don't.
biased,
You
but
don't. Like you know everybody on the
the
planet.
truth. No, I don't
yeah,
know everybody on the planet, but
that's
I'll
a
tell
fact.
you. I went when I was in prison.